Okay. Last time on A Brave New World, the time had finally arrived for the Fates United to take their leave from Brayburn. They asked the others if they could help him with an errand on their way to the Barrowlands, but in the following days decided that maybe they shouldn't go there. So they decided to head to the town with the glowing lights ship. Along the way, they stopped in various cities for supplies, and Valeria ended up getting some potions and some smelling salts in case anything happened to her and people needed things. The last time she ended up kind of not being very helpful with Osiris, where the group had come across a merchant lugging around his large sack of wares. And he and Elise seemed to have some history together. And after a long back and forth about, do I know you? Do I not know you? Yeah, you could have seen me there. They finally were like, oh yeah, we're childhood friends. And he was called Leomord. And then Droman decided that he would take in Leomord as his apprentice for the marketplace he was having built back in Brayburn. As they were off to Harlow Township, they stopped their destination to sleep when they heard a cry for help. The gate and found a man by the name of Professor Lovecraft who was shoved into a cage. He was a quirky old fellow with a pompous air to him. He claimed to be a linguist professor, pensively, and said, "Linguist," in which Leomord said, "Language, my friend," as if he didn't really know what that was. Eric looked kind of offended, and everybody could barely contain their laughter. I thought, I don't think this group is big enough for this many smart people. So, another joined the group. The following day, they arrived to the now deserted Hollow Township, and Thalion and the Professor Lovecraft get more information. As the sunset came, they saw that the lights came, but they were kind of weird, changed shape, almost kind of like cloud-like, but like not clouds. And let's see, they had learned that this had been happening for about 3 months now, and that the only time that these would appear would be during sunset. They decided that they would stay at they would keep their horses there for about 5 days to see if they could solve this issue. And after getting some more information from the Burgermeister, the next day they decided to go to the Hornwood Forest. As they got there, humid and tropical, nothing like what you would assume a forest would be like. It seemed to have been affecting the Professor, Xeric, and Leomord. It seemed that something was pushing up and all that stuff, but Xeric almost strayed from the group, but Valeria stopped him. But they finally reached the point where they thought the thing was emanating from, and had light thing, but also at the same time they saw these shapes take on the forms of animals, people, and some sort of strange whispers. Closed in on the pulsing red light, it seemed to go off, throwing a lot of people backwards and temporarily deafening some of the party members. Was this the thing making everyone go missing? And that's what happened last time.
Very well done. Give yourself a very much earned point of inspiration. And I'm going to move you guys over to a splash page. This is...
I thought we were on the splash page.
This splash page.
Oh.
So with the sudden explosion, and only Valeria really able to sort of hold her feet, using her shield with a quick reaction to kind of block the vibrations as everybody was kind of sent flying backwards. Everything went deathly quiet again, because some of you just couldn't hear for a while with your ears ringing. But then Valeria heard it first, and some other people caught it after. The thrumming vibration started up again. Slowly, but again it's starting to pick up steam as the red light in the distance just throbs, almost like an eye opening and closing. What do you guys want to do?
Can I stand back up?
It takes you a bit, and then you sort of dust yourself off. It was quite the forceful blow that sent you back, and it wasn't so much a wind as just sort of like a fast impact.
Okay.
And now you notice that the lights around you were gone. And little by little, like almost like sparkles and twinkling lights, some reappear, others reappear. And over time, as you sort of watch them, they begin to grow larger again, taking on the shapes of the orbs. The longer you sit and watch them, the larger they grow, some sort of coalescing together and joining, making larger shapes.
Well, spellcasters, what do you make of this?
Mark, there were two... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I'm rather curious about this myself. I wonder. And I'll get my pickup, and out of curiosity, I'm going to try dancing lights to see if they would interact with the orbs I create.
Okay, so you create 3 orbs, and they start dancing around, moving about your persons. And you see these sort of bluish white coalescing lights like moving and throbbing together. As you sort of guide your dancing lights toward them a little bit, you watch as the shapes just kind of go through the lights and then continue on in their sort of jellyfish-like fluid, what's the right word for that? Just that sort of fluid wave-like motion as like a cotton sheet being pulled through water.
Huh. Well, it's very peculiar. I thought they would react to it a bit more violently, but...
I'm a little more curious about that large one that just threw us all on our asses.
I'm being curious myself. I would like to get closer to it, so I start getting cautiously closer to it.
Professor Lovecraft, Zirak, Leomorn again. You start to feel the thrumming pressure beating against your eardrum ever so slightly and off of your skin. You guys begin to walk. The others seemingly unaffected. And you guys sort of make your way through the large, twisting brambles and hanging down branches of this somewhat almost like prehistoric looking forest, like the deeper you get in. Almost untouched by... No, that wore off after a while, Zirak.
Okay, thank you.
It was like a quick impact pop and ringing, and then after like a minute of just sort of shaking your head and kind of trying to get your earring back, you feel the air sort of rushing back in and sort of another pop as the sound of everybody else talking around you again begins to sort of flood your ears. And then as soon as the pop happens, the vibrations begin playing on your drums again.
I turn, or actually, I guess I face forward towards Professor Lovecraft since he's leading the party towards the anomaly. And I say, Professor, what is the most ancient language that you speak?
Can I hear him say that? Because last time we had difficulty hearing each other speaking out loud.
You can hear him right now as the thrumming vibration wasn't as intense before. Although you can feel it start to sort of ramp up and pick up speed. But that's over the course of just minutes as you guys are walking. And then you can feel it, the vibration. The spellcasters at first feel it almost minutely. And then after a while, everybody else begins to sort of pick up on the feeling. But you guys are way more attuned to these winds at the moment.
Mark, since I am a linguist, do I know which of the languages is the most ancient one?
You would know that Primordial is considered the most ancient of all languages. Second, only being Draconic, as Draconic seems to be the root languages for all other languages that have been brought forth.
Okay.
So think of Draconic as Latin.
Oh, okay. Primordial, my dear lad, the most ancient of the languages. Draconic would be next in line.
I sense that this magic is ancient, older perhaps than humankind's or mortal kind's understanding of the weave. Even it might answer if you speak to it in a language as old as it is. Perhaps you should try addressing the anomaly in Primordial.
The light just thrums and pulses. Boom, 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 and the vibration just carries.
I speak out in Primordial. I'm trying to work on a language.
Give me a general charisma check, Professor Lovecraft.
Straight up charisma.
Yep, just give me a charisma check.
What do you say to it?
Since this is a red light, I'm going to assume that it might be primordial to the elemental plane of fire.
Boy.
It just keeps picking up.
Titan! If I assume that's what you are, why are you here and what do you wish?
It's just a thrumming vibration.
I get
the pulsing red
Okay.
light in the distance.
I'm not, and I do speak that in Primordial. I get no response from this. Perhaps it's not a creature at all. A portal.
Oh.
Go up to it and I test my theory and I pick up a rock and I toss it.
Oh, this is still quite far away. Like, you guys are walking and you're seeing this red light glowing as you're having this conversation.
Oh, okay.
It is deep in there. That's why it's so small compared to the perspective.
Oh, okay. I'm thinking we're okay. So, are we walking on? Okay.
As we proceed forward, I suggest when you sense that it is at its strongest again and is close to unleashing a wave, we prepare to use trees to help steady ourselves.
Now, just remember, when the force went off last time, the trees bowed backwards, almost touching the ground before they righted themselves again.
Perhaps I agree, but perhaps maybe we should just get flat on the ground. And if we're that far away, I continue walking forward. I am intrigued, and I wish to up close and personal, and I go forward.
And it's still sort of building up. It's getting louder, but you can still somewhat hear each other speaking. The closer you get, as you try to speak to each other now, the words are sort of dissipating. And as you sort of look at each other and speak again, you can see the lips moving, and all you can feel is the cadence of the vibration coming from the light, and then the vibration of the cadence of the words being spoken from each other's mouths. And you see the light now almost somewhat like a dome. This red dome that grows and shrinks. Grows and shrinks.
Yes. It's like a heartbeat.
Mark, can I tell how the surrounding forest and wildlife is behaving around this energy?
The forest itself is fine, but everything seems so impossibly and unnaturally still. The air here, the closer you get, is thick, extremely stifling. It is hot, way more humid than it should be this time of year. This almost feels like deep into summer, even though summer just started. In this sort of tropical-like environment that, quite frankly, is not the same environment that you grew up in as a child. There is no wildlife. The only animal you've seen is Garshadow, who is incredibly agitated, and just generally not happy as you guys sort of make your way through here. But you don't see birds. You don't see insects. There's no breeze.
If I examine the forest floor, do I see the carcasses of dead forest animals?
You give it a good once over as you're moving. There's no dead animals, no carcasses, no dead insects. The plants are verdant and green and lush. What do you do? Like, what else?
Well, I'm still getting close to this thing. I want to get as close as possible and check this thing out.
Zirak,
Hey, this is information. This could help me with my research. So I am like, ooh, something new, you know.
Zirak, is there anything else you do?
Well, I'm trying to ascertain how this energy might have killed Moonlight.
Give me an arcana.
Okay.
You notice the faintest bit of movement as you look a little bit harder at the larger leafed plants and bushes that grow along the edges of the trees. That every time there's the vibration, they almost wave with it. And then they freeze. A vibration comes and they wave, and then they stop in almost unnatural positions. So think of a wave of water starting to crest and beginning its white cap, and then stopping. The next vibration comes and the white cap crashes, causing the white foam, and then everything freezes and stops. The next thrum comes, and then the wave continues forward, washing along the beach and then stopping. And then the next thrum comes and it washes out, stops, before completing the same motion again, receding back as the next wave comes, but always stopping, like stop motion, but a lot more visible to the eye.
As we get closer to it, does it seem to be moving away from us, or is it stationary? Yeah, kind of like what Valeria is asking.
The jellyfish themselves seem to be moving, and you begin to tie in the fact that their movements and the shapes themselves coalesce and dance with the vibration. They themselves are not static. They continue to move, and the vibration hits, and you see them sort of warble, and then they continue to move, and then the vibration hits, and then they warble again.
As we're moving closer, I'm watching the vibration very closely to where it hits its peak, similar to last time. And when it does, I want to call out to everyone to kind of drop down to brace themselves.
Okay.
We're nothing is really drawing us to this thing other than our own curiosity, right? We're not. It's like we're not being pulled by some other means.
No, this is merely the curiosity to the fact that you guys came here to investigate the lights. And this seems to be it might be tied to the lights, but you don't know.
Yeah. I mean, I'll wait for call out, but I want to get close to this thing. So how close am I getting to this?
Oh, please.
The light is getting brighter now, and you notice that there is a clearing about 50 feet up, and through the dense vines and the bushes, you see the light a lot more clear as you're sort of ranging far ahead. Boom, boom, and the closer you get, just the vibration. Now it's louder. The closer you're getting, it is incredibly loud.
Is this like ground level, like to our eye, or is it up high in the sky?
It is ground level, sort of pulsing up into the air, and sort of making this weird like dome, and then the light sort of spraying off from it as it sinks back.
Again, it seems like it's a hot beat. You know, it's pumping. Boom.
You guys watch as Professor Lovecraft turns around and kind of begins to explain this, and you guys see his mouth moving and just vibration bouncing off the skin from the cadence of his voice.
Yeah, I'm gonna raise a hand in front of me to try to take some of the vibration, but I'm gonna like wave like, shut up, shut up, shut up.
40 feet. 30 feet. Your
Valeria,
eyes
don't
are
move
beginning.
forward. Let's see what happens to the old man before we proceed.
You guys hear
Indeed.
this Xerac-like vibration coming from the back.
The Charlie Brown trumpet.
20 feet, and you can see through the clearing, Professor Lovecraft. You look, and you see this sort of obsidian-looking pedestal in front of what looks like a pond. The pond is the sort of source of the light. Vroom, vroom, vroom. This pond is giving off this red glowing light, and just beyond the pond on the other side of the shore, you see these 3 towering, somewhat stone columns. They're very jagged and teeth-like. Buried. It looks like the foundations go deep into the loam of the 4th floor.
My eyes widened. You know, like, oh, clearing. And, this is like a lake, right? Is it like a huge lake, or is this like a little small lake?
Here, I'll show you.
Is the water red?
You don't know. You can't see it. You just see a red light. 'cause
You guys
stopped way
You guys
there.
stayed back.
So go ahead and put your token about right here, Professor Lovecraft,
Where? Sorry.
along the back.
Okay. Right there.
If you guys need an orientation, north is that way.
Okay, thank you.
The light continues to pulse.
And it's orienting from the lake, like the center of the lake, right?
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna just.
You guys watch as the professor sort of breaks through the clearing and just starts to walk forward. You guys almost begin to lose his silhouette against the sort of the blinking red on and off.
And I'm going to approach. I'm going 5 feet at a time until you tell me to stop.
Are you just approaching the dial?
I'm approaching. Right now, I'm approaching the dial. Yes.
Okay, so if you had fillings in your teeth at this point, you probably think they were starting to shake out. You can feel your bones kind of loosening from the cartilage as you sort of make your way up there. And it's just the vibration is so firm. And it's almost like sitting next to really stupid loud bass subwoofers.
Yeah, I'm sitting right next to a bass, and I'm at a rock concert. And it's just boom,
Yeah, you
boom,
take
boom,
your
boom.
breaths, and you can feel your lungs jarring in your chest as you sort of breathe. And you walk up, and it's not obsidian at all. It's actually very darkened, somewhat polished, metallic, almost what kind of looks like a sundial. And you see on that it has 4 distinct lines. 3 are black, and 1 this sort of tapered gold.
If this is like a sundial, what, does it have that the triangle thing on it?
No, it looks like a sundial. It just looks like it. But there's no triangular area to read the sundial.
Oh, okay. Can I? Is there markings on it?
You can see what seems to be like almost decorative filigree in this stark silver compared to this very, very black metallic surface that's oddly polished compared to the overgrowth and the moss. The more you look at it, the more you see that nature itself doesn't cling to this. And just past the filigree, you look and you see what seems to be characters that are kind of jagged. Kind of looks like a language.
Can I read it?
For the sake that it's not, I'll say for the sake that it's not a written language, but kind of, how to say it, almost like Japanese kanji, where intricate meanings are put into sort of one runic lettering. You can kind of pick it up.
Okay. I'm trying to get as much information from it, so if I could get something out of it.
So using your
even
using your doctorate and PhD in linguistics, you sort of read through and you're trying your best to find the root of all languages that you can think of. You start looking around for small intricacies of Aquan and the other primordial languages, and you begin scanning for Draconic. But you can't find any sort of the roots of those in these sort of runic engravings carved in gold along the outside rim of this. And also the vibration sort of jarring your eyeballs back and forth and like constantly having to wipe your eyes from the water. It's making it extremely tough.
I'd like to take a look at this pool of water. See if
You look and it looks like water from Jaws, where it's water, but you can see that there's blood infused with it, like watered down Kool-Aid. It's not thick and goopy. It's actually water, and the closer you get, you can see that with every vibration that passes and the strobing of the light, the water, it says, ripples from the middle out towards the outer edges in these concentric circles, just like a bass subwoofer.
Mark, does that ability not help me out?
Not with this.
Okay.
I'm prepared to give you a lot of leeway with that ability, just because I fucking hate it.
I adjusted it.
It takes away a lot of the mystery of campaigns.
Yeah, it's fine. I adjusted it. I didn't give it the whole word. I put if you would have looked on my character sheet, I added a word that fits your pain.
So, and I will definitely let you know if there's something. There's a bunch of languages I have that you can read. This one, for the sake of mystery.
These runes do not look archaic in nature. They actually look like letters, like a language. They're not arcane runes.
They're not arcane runes, To put it into words, there's almost too many letters slammed into one of these engravings to make sense of it.
Okay. Can I touch the lines or whatnot? Can I is it possible for me to move
You
them?
reach your fingers out, and you sort of look at the lines and just how they're sort of neatly engraved. Not quite hieroglyphics, Ken. Almost like runes stacked on each other, making them almost impossible to read unless you know what you're looking at. Different from the hieroglyphic-like iconography that you guys experienced in the basement of the Vesder house. If that.
I can't. So I cannot move. Wait. Is this golden line movable, or is it all engraved?
None of the lines are movable. You can see that everything is engraved.
Okay.
The black lines are depressions, and you can see where the gold line was laid in and moved. Or not, it was depressed in and then laid in after the fact.
Can I grab this thing and like turn the outside of it? Like, if I can't move the lines, maybe I can move the
You
circle.
grab it and you try to give it a quick turn, and it doesn't seem to budge. Drummond, give me a perception check. Dalian, you're expecting words to come out, but nothing's coming. And you can see the closer you get, Garshadow is almost doing that thing where his head is on the ground and he's kind of laying down and he's trying to use the ground in his paws to cover his ears.
I give Garshadow the motion to crouch down, and I stay by him, kind of brace myself, because I'm assuming it's near that peak.
Drummond, you look on this pillar, and you see a line. We'll just draw it here going down the front.
It's a very nicely drawn line.
Very much engraved into the stone of this obelisk-like construction.
If possible, I pull out my journal and start, if I can, even with the vibration, I want to try to sketch this.
Give me a dexterity check.
If I can't do it with this dexterity check, I'll put it away and try again.
Oh, absolutely.
Just a straight dex.
Just straight dex. You get a good semblance of it, although you can feel, like you see, like where there's places where your hand is really shaky and like there's ink blots. Drummond, you look again, and clearly on the face of this is another black line.
So I can't get it perfect. I'm going to put it away and come back to it, and then I'm going to stick my head in the water.
Valeria, you look, and you see another black line.
Okay.
You give me a Constitution saving throw if you're dipping your head.
Oh, great. Okay.
Do I see him doing this?
Yeah, I just hold, like, you know how if you guys like you're bobbing for apples and. And I just want to. There's something going on, so. Oh, fuck me.
Okay. You are permanently deafened.
What?
Oh no!
You are permanently deafened as you stick your head in there, and the vibration hits, and you can literally feel your eardrums pop.
Oh.
Fuck me.
So wait,
Well-
so can I see him doing this?
Oh, he stuck his head in, and then you're like, and you see him get his head out again, and he's holding on to the sides of his face as this sort of ketchup water is kind of draining from his like grayish hair and down his face, and you can see coming out the sides of his ears, alongside the ketchup water, thick actual blood.
try to call out, but then realize that my words still aren't going through. So I try and
This is
weave
in-
my way.
This is in my Legozo chapter of things that might happen in my notes.
What?
I have a section in my notes. Things that might happen.
Well,
I said,
Chris, you
and
better
I have it in
prepare
there.
for a new character.
Chris might jump in water? Question mark. This is what.
Like he did with Layla. I'm gonna jump down the 15-foot hole. Layla, there's something kaboosh. Never mind.
Well, did I see anything?
You saw reddish-hued water.
Fuck me.
Like you're in serious amount of pain. I'm not going to give you any damage on it because the permanently deafened is really fucking hard in itself. There are ways to get it back. I'm just saying.
I know.
So
He is a very curious, and he will do anything to get information. So, it's causing the vibration.
I am going to try to. I'm going to try to run up to the professor, so I could see if there's any lacerations that might have occurred, or if that was just it, just the liquid.
you run up to him and sort of grab him and look, and you can see his eyes are wide, and he's opening his mouth like constantly, like just moving his jaw around.
I can still speak to the group.
You can yell.
Well, I can also communicate, and they can communicate back to me. I do have the ability to.
True, you do have a message. But you look, the closer you get Landmorn and see, and you can see this thick stream of blood just running out of his ears, dripping down off of his little mutton chop beard and onto his nice jacket.
What in God's name?
I put my hands on his.
Tried to
on him
mouse the professor.
and I was trying to figure out what was the cause of the vibration.
And you can actually make sense of his words as he's saying this in your mind, although it's sounding like it's very loud. Even his mind can't control it.
You can communicate back to me.
Zirak, you're keeping your
Listen,
distance, and you notice that Naboo himself is just... he as well is extremely agitated. And you can see him sort of fussing and sort of covering his ears with every passing vibration.
Sensing his agitation and not wishing to cause my familiar any more harm, I will go ahead and snap my fingers and blink him to his pocket dimension.
Are the lines the only thing on these pillars?
The lines are the only things on these ridiculously smooth, clean pillars. There's no iconography. There's no pictography of anything on there. It's just this impossibly smooth marble stone and these stark black lines directly in the middle.
Are they like painted on, or are they like actually cut in?
They're cut in, and as you move your hand in the groove to try to feel, I mean, it almost feels as if the black itself is a part of the stone. Possibly so.
Are the jellyfish creatures thicker or more congregated towards the center of the pool, or are they still spread around us?
As you look, there are no jellyfish creatures or blobs dancing around this pool. You look behind you at the outside of the clearing within the trees themselves, and you can see them all coalescing and dancing in the trees.
Oh, great. We have one.
Interesting. Yes, Dalian.
don't think they can. Can you guys hear each other?
They can't hear each other.
No, Valiant's just yelling for Zarak, just hoping he hears him.
I'm gonna move my finger from like the top down the line, kind of like I'm drawing, and see if anything.
You put your finger from the top and you move it down. It's probably about a good foot long and just about the width of a finger. Nothing happens. It just seems to be placed on that stone for a reason.
Lines from on the pillars from here.
Give me a perception check. You can make out, and you catch just as Drummond is sort of tracing a line with his finger. And then you sort of scan each pillar, and you notice vaguely just at the edge of your sight, from what you can see with the tears and the blurriness, that each one has this black line.
They're black.
Yep, they're very black in contrast to these sort of white and gray of the marble columns sort of jutting.
I want to test the theory, but you guys are going to. Well, you guys already think I'm crazy, so I'm going to.
The light is intensifying, and so is the vibration the longer you guys stand here.
Do I feel the vibration still, even though I'm deaf?
You can feel it on your body. Everybody feels it on their body.
Boy.
You're literally standing in front of a giant. What diameter is that? 20-foot diameter subwoofer.
What did you say it was? Did you say it was just constant now?
It's loud, and you remember that it picked up last time before it inevitably exploded, but this time you guys are really close to this.
Okay, can I try to look over at the others and like signal to get ready to drop?
Sure. Easy enough. Professor Lovecraft, what are you doing as Thalion retreats?
Well, I am going to drop and hide behind this this ordained pillar.
Yeah, I tried to motion everyone to kind of get distance away and then drop down.
Oh, okay. Just straight mark or ability.
You can use athletics if you're proficient.
Well, it doesn't matter. God damn it!
You begin to wrench on it just a little bit harder than you did before, and you actually feel it turn a little bit, but the 4 wasn't enough to actually get it to turn.
Oh, I kind of figured it's a fucking 4. So since everybody's retreating, I can feel the vibrations. I kind of drop and use the pillar for cover.
Okay. Everything goes silent when this large explosion happens, and you guys literally watch as a wall of force comes rushing at you guys. I need strength saving throws. The DC is a lot higher now.
Yeah.
You guys are close.
Even for me, since I'm prone and hiding behind a pillar.
It doesn't matter, man. It's a wall of force.
Oh,
You
no.
literally watch this thing push trees to the ground before they sort of righted themselves back
But
up.
this thing, if it's been taking the beating, you would think that, hey, maybe this thing can withstand it, and I can use it as cover.
You're right. As you're standing in front of this 2.5 to 3 foot wide
But
metal dial,
I did say
and the grenade has just gone off in front of it, and that 3.5 is perfect for you to hide behind. Completely right. The concussion.
You're not. Fuck. God. Son of a
Everybody fails except Garshadow.
The dice are not in my favor. Fuck me.
It's not bad. You guys take 5 points psychic damage.
Psychic?
Yep.
Ow.
I need a Constitution saving throw, as Garshadow is the only one left standing. Everybody else is prone on the ground.
Do I need to make the con save?
Okay, you lay down, so everybody's prone, so you guys didn't get thrown, but you still take the damage. You don't, because you're deaf.
Yep, I figured that's what the con save was for. So.
Zirak and Droman pass. Valeria passes. Elise fails. Okay. So Thalion, Leomorn, Garshadow, and Elise are all deaf. Those of you that survived the burst and are sort of picking yourself back up, it almost feels like now that you're surrounded by fog. As you can hear yourself breathing again, and noise is coming into your ear, but it sounds incredibly muted. And after a while, the muted sort of dissipates. And if you call out to each other, you can hear voices. You can hear Professor Lovecraft kind of like screaming to whatever he does up there. And those of you, however, have this extreme ringing in their ears. And after about 5 or 10 minutes, the ringing begins to dissipate.
I get up.
And you watch as the still pool of water begins to glow ever so slightly as ripples begin echoing out from the center.
I get up and I wave over to Thalion since he's the one with the big weapon. On his shoulder and communicate with him in his mind, say, "Help me. This thing can turn. We must figure out what to turn it to."
What did you do, Professor?
I go over to Droman, place my hand on his shoulder because he went to the pillars, and I ask him, "You see on the pillars, young lad, was it just the lines, or was there a symbol on them as well?"
I'm gonna get a little freaked out by the voice in my head.
Mark, if I'm directly adjacent to Elise and I tap on her shoulder and try to speak like directly into her ear, can she hear me?
She can hear you, as the vibrations aren't that loud to knock out the vibrations of your...
I tell her that I think I have a theory.
It's quite elementary.
She's gonna look at you and be like, "Oh,
It is quite elementary.
Even though it's probably gonna sound more like, "Ow!" Because she can't hear.
If you consider that this force, why do I feel like I'm echoing? Am I echoing to you guys?
At the moment, no.
No.
Okay, then it's just on my side. I feel like this is... Have you ever seen a natural geyser? Like a hot spring that would sprout forth from the earth?
She nods her head. Mm-hmm.
I think that this is a primordial hot spring of some kind, and it's emanating the force that's trapped inside. Perhaps it's separate plane, or maybe even inside the earth itself. I don't think that is something that we can combat. I think this is like trying to destroy a mountain or an ocean or a river. I don't think that this is something we can overcome.
So you think inside that lake thing there's something there?
No, but maybe if we maybe if we shove the professor into the lake, he'll end up in an elemental plane somewhere. I don't know. He was already halfway there.
Oh, yeah. Or he could just end up almost dying. I mean,
And we wouldn't
it's not
want
like
that.
we know him, right?
Death is never a welcome thing. But I'm beginning to feel like unless we have something large enough to plug that hole, the magic is going to continue emanating from it.
She lets a frown. And that's no good. I don't like that. I don't like being deaf.
So I'm going
Hey,
to
Mark.
hold the style mark.
Okay.
I-
Are you the only one that's turning it?
Oh, you'll point my finger up like 1 second. 1 second.
Maybe we should see what they're doing, Zeriak. It looks like might be something important.
I wait
Points at
for
Valiant.
Valeria because I think she's got the strength to assist me. Out of everyone.
I look at I hold like 1 second, and then I kind of look at the pillar. I mean, the one that we're sitting on. Maybe it has been turned recently, like one position, and maybe somebody turned it to another.
We'll just say off your initial look, as you finally do take a closer look, not just at the top with all the decorations and the lines. You look to the side and you see that there is a space visible on what seems to be a 3-inch thick metal tab on top, separating it from and there's probably like a 1/4 of an inch difference separating it from the base. It almost looks like it's floating there as you sort of look in, and you can see that in the middle there is another sort of pillar connecting the two.
Can I grab or move this pillar or something? I'm a little confused on how
I
you
think
described
we
in
have to
there.
turn it
I'm
until
trying.
it lines up and sinks back in or something like that. If I gathered that correctly.
You got it to turn, but just barely, because you weren't strong enough as you were kind of panicking.
So
But
yeah,
you got it to turn ever so slowly, and then as you took your hands off, it reset into its set position.
okay. So I point to Thali and I tell him to turn it clockwise. Was it turn it clockwise or counterclockwise? Let's say clockwise. I tell him to turn it clockwise.
Okay, with Valeria's help, I will start turning it until
Okay.
it looks like it clicks into place or something.
Okay, one of you, either both of you can try to make this roll, or one of you can roll with it.
Do you want me to just do it, Valeria, or do you want both of us to roll?
We can both roll. Just the strength.
Yep. Or athletics if you're proficient.
Oh, come on, I'm proficient in everything.
This is good. Her 16 kind of helped put you over the top.
Wah, wah, wah.
You guys begin to turn it. Valeria, you think like, come on, Thalion, put some more shoulder into it. As you're starting to turn it a little bit more.
Yeah.
And you guys watch as the gold line is now facing right, and the black line here is now facing to the south.
Okay.
You keep turning it.
I keep telling him, turn.
Okay.
Okay, you guys keep turning and turning and turning. I need you guys to give me another strength check as the tension is getting a lot harder the closer the gold line faces north.
Oh no.
Your hands slip off, but luckily Thalion grabs it, and then you jump back up. And then you guys begin to push and push and push until at last the gold line is facing north, and you guys hear an audible goosh. Leomorn, you're looking at the pond now, and you're starting to watch the reddish water recede.
Guys?
And it
Guys!
is slowly, seemingly draining. And as he calls out, you guys look, and you see that the water itself is receding. And now you're watching as the 3 pillars with the black lines now begin to almost fill up with a reddish hue. As the water recedes, the color on the pillars grows.
I do nothing. I sit there and watch in amazement.
I'm sorry, what, Thalion?
Any thoughts?
All the way back there. I don't know what he's doing.
I'm crouched behind this tree. I mean, I'm peeking around and watching what's happening, but I'm just more curious to see how you guys poke and prod at the magic than I am.
I like how you made it look like a giant eyeball.
I see Xerac way over there. I pat Ludcraft on the back. I'm like, wow, you're so smart. You figured it out. That's great. You're so...
Even though I don't think he's going to be able to hear you. He's probably going to be like, what? Nods his head.
You know what's funny? Is that you said that to Lovecraft, and he can't hear a goddamn thing you said because he's fucking deaf.
He can communicate.
That's exactly what I just said. He's probably like, what? Poor Xeriac, he missed his moment to be like, you know he's deaf, right, Driven?
I go up to the edge and I'm assuming I see this.
You see what seems to be a doorway. And as you guys are sort of getting over like your moment of camaraderie and laughing, there's a vibration now that begins to shake the ground. And you can feel it. You're watching the stone columns vibrating, and almost like the pencil trick, where you're sort of waving in your finger and it looks like it's making a wave. You're watching these almost snake in motion as the vibrations grow stronger, until each one almost bursts with the reddish water up into the air, landing back into the pond itself.
Oh.
What the?
But
it's not spreading.
Elise is gonna yell back at Xeriac. Xeriac, I think you're right!
You're watching the liquid.
About the thing! The water!
You're watching the liquid take shape as 2 forms begin to grow.
No.
Oh, no.
And appearing in shape, coalescing, are what seem to be 2 very large blood elementals. We're going to roll initiative.
A blood elemental? Nice, Mark. I love it. The element of blood.
Oh, great.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
Lizzie's gonna yell back.
Wow.
Wow.
Older than air, earth, fire, and water. They came first. The air, earth, fire, and water are like born of the blood elementals.
I like how Mark.
Oh, so they're like the original
face.
of the elementals. Oof. Primordial indeed.
I know it looks like an eyeball. That wasn't my intent. It was just to give it some depth.
It looks like an eyeball, and then now it looks like a smiley face. The elementals are the eyes, and this red wavy line is a smiley. So it looks like a smiley
I'm about to
face.
kill you.
Yeah, I could see that.
At least one of them.
A smiley face hiding death.
Give me one quick second.
Glad that roll was on my init. Oof.
Don't mind this thing I'm putting on there. This has nothing to do with anything except I need it as a marker.
A tendril. Oh, there's probably we're in a lair. There's probably a lair action. Okay,
so to set the scene, you guys are watching now as the columns are spewing forth this thick, viscous liquid, a lot thicker than the watered-down liquid that you saw in the pond itself. And as it hits, almost defying gravity, these blobs begin to form as an arm shoots out. Another massive arm shoots out, and this large sort of maw opens up, kind of like the mummy's sand face, this, as it sort of takes you in. And you guys begin to watch as the plants around the base of the rim begin to get up and sort of move as vines start to crawl out. And that is where we're going to pick up as soon as I hit the music.
Probably not. I don't think he's. Leomon is not on initiative.
Holy balls! Look how I didn't even notice all the 20s. Leomorn, what did you?
I came up with 6, but then I got a message saying, "Oh, you want to send us a roll?" But turns out there's no token that was selected.
Oh, you have to click on your token first and then hit initiative.
Oh, god damn
I
it!
should have a save token with your health on it. If I am.
And we just see a picture.
Ah, where did that one come from?
So if you look on your sheet, under your tab, don't open it up. Literally, like, just click on your name and drag it out. And then I'll add you in turn here. What did you roll? Did you roll anything?
I rolled a 6.
6? Okay.
I thought I did that earlier, but I was wondering why it didn't look right.
So, you and Thalion have to decide who's gonna go first.
I'm game for whichever.
Is there any vertical aspect to this hole? Like, are they?
It's not vertical. It's a slope. Think of like a set of stairs, but no steps.
How deep is it? Just so we can kind of get an idea.
Whew. I'd say.
Because I was gonna take a step forward, but then I originally was there.
I would say Zirak.
Zirak?
The closer you get, you'll probably be able to guesstimate that these things are like hundreds of gallons of liquid. They're probably 9 to 10 feet tall and maybe about like 7 feet wide of just this looming sort of moving blood wave.
Well, there goes my lunch.
Okay, so if they're about 300 gallons apiece, then they weigh about 2,500 pounds.
I'd say about, yeah.
Okay.
They're very heavy, very very heavy. I need everybody standing within 15 feet of the rim. Give me a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
No, I don't want to.
Whew, just out of range.
Everybody, I need Garshadow's roll.
And
Okay.
I'm actually going to use my inspiration that I've had for mine since that was a trend.
Okay.
I want, just for clarification, do you want us to say to use inspiration, to tell you that we're going to use the inspiration before the roll?
No, it's okay. I mean, if you guys are burning it, then you're burning it. It's completely fine. Thalion, what the hell? Everybody except Dromund has gotten their legs wrapped up in vines. All of you guys are prone.
Okay, so we're just prone. Are we restrained in any way, or are we
Nope,
just tripped
you've
over?
just been pulled prone as the vines reached out and like lassoed you and then snapped back into shape. Now it is this guy's turn. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Valyria, you failed, right?
I'm prone.
Okay, he's gonna make 2 attacks at advantage.
Okay.
26. 17 bludgeoning.
Guys. Oh my god.
21.
Yep.
You're now at 7.
Yeah, I'm down.
Zirek, you watched as Valyria was just pulled prone, as one of these creatures surged up and just started slamming down into her, and now you see she's not moving.
Wow. Seeing how deadly that creature is, and how it just beat our armored cleric into a pulp and is pulling it into the pit, I am going to go ahead and pull a Magneto, and I will cast Levitate on myself and use my movement to levitate 20 feet up into the air.
Okay.
I will rescue her in a bit, but I'm gonna put some space between me and the enemies. So I can move 20 feet as my move action, and my action is to cast the spell. And then I'll end my turn.
Valyria, I need a death saving throw.
Okay.
Okay, it's a success.
Okay.
Wait, did you say how tall these creatures stood?
They're
Or
like
did we
10
not
feet
know?
tall. You're
10 feet
watching
tall.
as you saw it from a distance, and you saw as it almost took this liquid shape and almost like a wave surged down and then back up, capping to the point to where it exploded with its arms out and just gorilla thumped Valyria while she was on the ground.
Okay.
Professor Lovecraft.
Okay, I have a question. Is an unconscious creature... Sure.
Say that again.
Since Valyria is unconscious or incapacitated, is she considered willing? It requires this. It's very specific on this spell.
It's very specific on the spell because it needs to be cast on somebody that is conscious.
Okay, so I cannot cast that on Valyria.
Nope.
Okay.
Which is why it has a 24-hour period on it. So, like, walking here would have been a good time to be like, okay, on you, I'm going to give you the spell.
Okay. Well, I honestly I wasn't sure about the willing.
Yeah, they have to be able to hear it and take that.
That I was gonna help give Valyria advantage on her death saves.
Okay, what do you got?
Okay, I'm gonna look at this one, the one that's furthest away, and I look at it and I sprint and I put my hand out to it. Words in deep speech. I'm trying to do my best to do deep speech.
I like it. Keep going. It's all good.
It doesn't. Oh, it didn't post. Okay, 1 second. I'll adjust that. So.
Okay, so he's gonna attempt a Constitution save.
Okay. Keep the same description. You turn the blood of a creature. So this thing is like a blood elemental. So this thing turns into an acid elemental.
It's cool. Elementals resist acid. Okay, it makes a 22, so it takes half of that.
Yes. So it takes.
2d10 on successful save, the spell ends. Oh, so it takes half of that damage and then it just ends.
Okay.
Is that a cantrip or a spell?
That's one of my 2 spell slots.
Okay. So it's gonna take.
To continuously do damage to this creature, but. And then I am going to. 15, 20, 25, 30. I stand up first, and then I cast a spell, so I have 15 feet of movement.
No problem. And you watch as your spell hits, it sort of vibrates and it starts to take on this weird purplish glow. Our Shadow.
Dark Shadow. Protect Valeria. He's gonna lunge and pounce at this thing.
Okay. The 17 definitely hits on the pounce. The elemental doesn't need to make a strength save, as Gar Shadow pretty much goes right through it. It is immune to being knocked prone.
Okay, he gets his bite still, it's just not at that advantage since it can't.
18 hits. You guys are watching as Gar Shadow tears through and bites, and you're watching now as the blood gets knocked off, and it sort of flies in the air and it splashes in this very odd line across the ground.
It's kind of like watching gelatinous red jello, but in a blood form. Just kind of.
Drummond.
I'm gonna rush up and stab it with my rapier.
Stab. An 8, however, does miss.
Cunning action, disengage.
Okay. As you sort of thrust in with your rapier, you watch as a circular void in its torso open up, allowing the blade to pass through. And as you pull it back, it sucks back in. As you duck out of the way, scamper off to the back alley, and
Blood at him. Oh, this is why I wear red.
I stand up and I'm gonna charge towards Valeria and Garcia as well, and as I'm getting ready to attack, I yell, "Focus fire! Focus on this one!" Since I had to stand up, that's as far as I could go with half my movement. But I have reach, so I'm going to swing.
okay.
Almost forgot something. Since we've actually in my natural terrain, my first attack is at advantage.
Okay. 16 hits.
And then my bonus other swing.
24 hits. And as you keep hitting it, these lines of blood and sort of splat onto the ground, almost as if they're sort of heavy, like goop, and they just kind of settle in place. Leomorn.
Alright, I will force myself up to my feet, and looking at the blood elemental, I will mutter in a mix of primordial and reverse as my crystal glows, and I will cast Ray of Frost on the elemental.
Okay.
Let's see what it is.
Ah, dang. Unfortunately, an 8 misses.
Ah!
As you take aim and you sort of shoot, and between Gar Shadow lashing out and Thalion's polearm going, you wait for the right moment, and you release your pent-up spell, and it just ducks out of the way almost in succession as one of the halberd strikes hits it and kind of forces it to one.
Damn! Every bloody time! And then I will try to move, I guess, the rest of my movement back from the edge.
Okay.
Which is about 5, 10, about right here, I suppose.
Okay.
I am going to fly 30 feet up in the air. And 30 feet up. I get over here. And I'm going to attack and bonus action healing word on Valeria. So first I'm going to do the attack with hand crossbow.
Okay.
And 8 misses.
8 misses. Dang, their ACs are so low too.
And then I'm going to... Oops, wrong thing. Whoa, what the hell just happened to my character sheet? Okay. Hold on 1 second, I don't know what happened there. Okay, there we go. Okay, so, and then I'm gonna bonus action Healing Ward on Valeria at level 1.
Okay, Valeria, you snap back to consciousness as this large form has turned away from you and is now sort of facing off with Gar's shadow.
And then I'm going to...
At the end of your turn?
Yep.
Okay.
Looking for the flying icon so you know I'm flying 30 feet up in the air.
It is now the Purple Blood Elemental's turn. He is going to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 up the slope. It's going to make an attack at Garshadow. At normal.
If Garshadow
Fucking shit
uses
for
his,
21.
one of your-
And it does enter your range, Valiant, so if you want to use your reaction to hit it, you can. 21 definitely hits.
Wasn't sure if you could hear me when I was trying to say it. That you had about, I forget if it was making the attack at disadvantage if it takes a step back with its reaction.
Sure. Where is that at?
Using your little thing you sent out.
Give me a quick second so I can pull it up. When you take damage from a melee attack, you may spend your reaction to reduce the damage by 1d6 and move 5 feet away. So if he gets hit, he can reduce the damage, but he can't put it at disadvantage.
Okay, I couldn't remember which part.
That's why it wasn't making sense. So yeah, I'll make the attack. It does hit, I believe, with the 21. Sheet's all fucked up. Jesus, 17 points. As for some reason, 8 plus 5 is the only thing you can roll. You can move 5 feet back and roll a 1d6, so you reduce that to 14. It's going to continue its movement up, and it's going to punch you down. With an 11. That's the end of its turn. Top of round 2. You guys watch as Ivy, in like a 20-foot radius around the pond, sprouts up, making the area 20 feet out from the lip difficult terrain to move in.
Oh, god damn it.
Perfect.
It's tough being trapped down there on the ground, isn't it? At least I feel sorry for the ants scurrying around.
Zeriak, will you?
I told you you'd like flying. I told you you'd like
love
flying.
We should go flying together one day. It'd be fun.
Mm-hmm.
Although all I
Feels
can
like
really
I'm
do is float up
Flying
and down.
over all the rivers and lakes that they can't.
It feels
I'm
like
I'm going to save Valeria, but it's going to require teamwork between Elise and I.
Feels like I'm picking on Valeria, but Valeria, I need a strength saving throw.
I was
as the
just
blood elemental
thinking about that. Goody.
attempts to
Elise
whelm
is
you.
excited to hear your plan.
Oh, okay.
Oh, shit.
God damn
So you
it!
guys watch as the wave of blood boom crashes around
Inspiration.
her.
Oh no!
Yeah, I'm gonna use my inspiration.
Hey, there's no metagaming pigeon here, Doug.
I'm sorry.
That's 10 XP after bonus right there. Sadly,
Fell by 1, didn't she?
yeah, she fell by 2.
Oh, okay.
As the blood crashes around you, and now you're encompassed within the blood element. Six points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh, and I'm down again.
You are unconscious, and you are drowning.
Oh god. Okay.
Zirak.
Just think about that, Chris. You stuck your head in the creature's excrement. Essentially, it had filled up this toilet with its pee.
Like I said, it's like gelatinous blood now.
You went bobbing forever.
Well, I think the one thing I like about
No wonder he went deaf.
before you guys left Harlow Township, you were told about probably about 16 or 18 people that left the town to investigate this that never occurred. And you guys found a blood-filled watery pond, and you guys are like, this is fine.
Oh no! You say you guys, but did you see how far fucking back
Yeah,
I was?
I'm pretty sure
Not
that
all
was
of
just
us
the
thought
professor
this
that was
was-
like, let me stick my head in this water, while the rest of us was like,
All
was that blood?
my plans to save my friend are dashed, my hopes are dashed, and I feel like Valeria's life is lost unless Thalion can pull her out. However, in preparation for that hopeful eventuality, I am going to lower myself. Actually, I'll just end concentration on the spell, which allows me to float down to the ground. And while I'm floating down to the ground, I'm going to launch a firebolt at red blood elemental.
Okay. $14 definitely hits. So you shoot, poof, and you hit it, and there's almost an explosion of flames, like gasoline going up, and you see it start to gyrate as that really, really hurt it. You're actually watching as pieces of it are sort of blackening and now dripping onto the ground.
Oh shit! You guys all better step back because Burning Hands is coming up, buddy.
Oh, terrific.
But wouldn't that hurt Valeria as well?
As you have
Well, yeah, pull her out
expedited the
first.
coagulating
Oh, yeah.
process.
I was even saying.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to. I mean, I know I blew a second level spell to try and do something cool, but I guess I have to go save Valeria now. So, since I didn't use my move action, Mark, I would also now like to move 30 feet.
Okay. Just be aware that from 15 feet out, so about here, difficult terrain starts. As you watch as this thick, bushy bit of ivy is sort of growing almost to like shin height.
Alright, so I'll walk to the edge of the difficult terrain there and get ready to dash in and save Valeria.
Okay, you can move up to here if you so wish.
Okay, yeah, I did have 5 more. I'll go ahead and do that.
It starts. Okay. Valeria, at the beginning of your turn,
Okay.
the blood begins to move into your mouth and nose. You have 1 failed death save. Oh, you didn't even get to make a roll because you're drowning inside.
Just about to make one though.
No. No, when you're, I believe when you're drowning, when you're unconscious, you automatically fail.
Okay.
Guess that wasn't a 1.
Yes.
I was worried about that.
Professor Lovecraft.
I'm going to try something. I'm gonna try to speak to the red blood elemental because I see it's an elemental, so I'm gonna speak to it in primordial to command it. Yeah, to command it to for the ones that summoned it to let Valeria go. Oh.
Are you using a spell or?
No, I'm just gonna speak primordial. I'm just gonna speak it. I can speak this thing's language, so I'm gonna try to convince it, you know.
Okay. You're gonna convince it? Give me a persuasion roll.
Fuck me.
You watch its eyes turn and look directly at you as the mouth sort of opens up. You definitely got its attention. Do you have any bonus actions you can use?
Fortunately, I could run.
You still have a bonus action to movement, so let me know if you're done.
I'm gonna move. You know, I tried something and it didn't work. I mean, so.
Shit happens. He's made of love.
Dude, what the hell did you tell it?
I'm assuming, is it just that one that's watching me, or is it both of them
Whatever
that's watching
he said, I think he offended it. Because its mouth is
in
now
that
open.
in that brief seconds where you tried to issue it an order to stop and drop, the only thing you caught was it looking at you before you turned around and ran away.
Okay, so I'm like, it gave me this malevolent stare. I'm like, I fucked up.
Our shadow.
Call out for Garshadow to hold Valeria.
Okay, give me a strength check.
I have no bonus action spells. All my spells are actions.
Athletics work.
Is Gar Shadow proficient in athletics?
Got a +4 for athletics.
I don't even know how a lion would be proficient in athletics, but sure. Give it. Sadly, however, that does not make the DC 13. As he bites in, tries to grab a hold of some cloth, tries to pull out, but it just slips out of his mouth as he pulls out and shakes the blood off his. Drummond, you'll have to move Garshadow over to be adjacent to where she is. There you go.
20 feet to there, stab red on the right,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna move back behind Thalia and just cunning action disengage from him.
God damn it. An 8 misses.
The dice are not in our favor today.
Ooh, things are getting spicy, guys. Shit. Okay. That's the end of your turn. Valiant. 19 hits.
Stallion! I said pull her free!
Trying to just drop it.
Thirteen just.
You don't hear her going in there.
Oh, it missed. You didn't hit with a 13.
Oh, sorry. I
It
didn't
just.
hear you
It
then.
just. Okay. At the end of your turn.
Yeah.
Warren.
Okay, I gotta fix this in time. Okay, so where I was standing and where the professor was, would I have been able to hear anything that the elemental might have said before he turned and ran?
You notice that the elemental didn't say anything. The elemental just was like, "Okay, you have my attention."
Huh. Okay, so as a bonus action, then I will use the. Oh, what is it called? What's it called? The. Crap, my mind is slipping about what it's called. I know it's in here somewhere. My Tempest Magic to have the air push me up about 10 feet,
Okay.
and I will yell in Primordial. I'll basically yell in Primordial. He said, "Stop!" And I'll try to do another Ray of Frost, trying to nail that elemental right in the mouth.
Okay.
Oh, please be Christ.
Fucking shit. An
You
8
can't.
misses.
No fireballs for pussies.
Tyro's a little hurt by that.
I had enough of fireballs in Land of Song.
Okay, Lamorn, you're currently sort of
No,
floating
it
in the air
depends
now.
on the person. If you're a life cleric and you got that, it's pretty damn powerful.
Elise.
Right,
But
Ken?
fireball wouldn't help in this situation. It would
No,
still burn.
I think it'd
harder.
be worse because it'd burn everybody.
Elise, it's your turn.
I'm not letting you die on me, Valeria. So, 1 second, let me pull up my script. I'm gonna Vicious Mockery the thing, and then bonus action give Valeria to at least try to make sure
Okay,
she
so
doesn't.
just to tell you,
No,
just to
don't
tell
do
you,
that.
so you save your spell slot.
Oh.
A drowning creature is suffocating. A suffocating creature cannot gain health back until they are free of the suffocation. So if you try to cast a
Yeah,
spell on her,
never
nothing's
mind
going to happen. So I'll just let you know that now to save from the goddamn you mark later.
Okay, well, yeah, I'm still gonna Vicious Mockery the thing since I looked at the crossbows getting hit.
Okay, it's going to attempt a wisdom save. If I believe 11 fails.
Yep.
Okay, so go ahead and roll your vicious mockery.
God, sob.
All right, takes all 4 of that, and it has disadvantage on its first attack.
Yo.
It should be higher.
Yeah, it is higher. That's weird.
Okay.
I believe it's at a
Do you have
14.
a bonus action? Would you like to use your bonus action for?
Or 12, my bad. Yeah, it's at a 12. Okay, yeah, that's weird. I don't know how to fix that.
Inspire me, please, Elise,
Oh.
so that I might save Valyria
Yes.
from that horrible...
Yes, I was just gonna say, take a bardic inspiration and go save our cleric Ziriak. Here.
I'm feeling inspired to pull our cleric free from the...
Okay.
You can do this. You can do
I do.
this.
Elise, is that the end of your turn?
I'm gonna prove Garshadow that he's weaker than me.
Not really. I'm not really good at the good words and stuff, but you know, you can do this, Ziriak. I believe in you. Wink, wink.
Elise, is that the end of your turn? Okay. Thalion,
Yes.
I need a strength saving throw. Okay. You fail.
Hey, now Thalion is making the same noise that Valyria was making.
Take 15 points of bludgeoning damage. As you enter the pool doing a cannonball, the chasm opens up as it wells around you and then slams you from all sides. And you are now drowning inside. Well, you're still holding your breath. But, yep. So consider yourself grappled. Oh, actually, until the grapple ends, the target is restrained and unable to breathe. Unless you breathe water.
Yeah, but while you're conscious, you can hold your breath a number of rounds
Yep.
equal to your con score. While you're unconscious, you cannot hold your breath. You're just drowning.
Unless I damage him. Top of round 3. The Ivy retreats. I need everybody within 10 feet. So Droman and Garshadow, really, give me a dexterity saving throw. Okay, Droman, you are knocked prone. I need Garshadow saving throw. Garshadow is knocked prone. He's going to see if his well recharges. It does not. You guys watch as it takes Valyria, grabs her by the leg, throws her into the pit.
Does she take damage?
She will take no damage. The only person who can see this is Thalion. Thalion, give me a perception check with disadvantage. Okay. You're still stuck inside this blue-hued, or this purple-hued blood elemental. And since it used its action to toss her in, it's going to move here, and its turn's around.
Oh yes, step into the oven, my friend. Ziriak, seeing this incredible turn of events, as the creature tossed free Cleric and tried to charge him, will touch his fingertips, his thumbs together, stretching out his fingertips, and release the now familiar cone of blazing heat from his fingers in a cone away from Garshadow. I will not burn the lion. But I will try to fry this fire elemental with my spell.
It fails.
wow, you rolled 2 1s.
Can I add the? I can't add her inspiration to damage, right? Or can,
It's only 2 attack rolls.
well, what's gonna clear?
She's not a Valor Bard.
Okay, then yeah.
She's a Bard of Whisper, so I think hers only goes to attacks and saves.
Yeah, it's only for saves and attacks. Sorry.
I mean, this sucker is almost dead. Valyria, I need a death save.
Wait. I'm.
Oh,
moving.
sorry.
That's 25 feet, and you said it's difficult terrain out to 10 feet?
No more difficult terrain. At around 10 feet, you just see that the vines are starting to grow and move and to whip about, as they've already done their thing, so you can move about them freely if you wish. Okay, he's going to lash out at you.
What is his reach?
5 feet.
Okay, just checking, because if it's 10 feet, I'm not out of his reach yet.
Missing with an 11.
That will miss against my mage armor, yes.
As the coagulating blood from the fire sort of slows its movement down to almost a rocky grind, you manage to nimbly jump out of the way.
I yell out to Elise, it's almost time to heal her. Just give me one more moment. If I had an action surge, I would use it.
You look down and you're watching the
Got
sand
it.
inside the middle of the pit begin to consume her and pull her under.
Oh.
Crap.
Valyria
Okay,
needs
so
a
I
death
have a
saving
limited
throw.
amount of time to pull my shit off. I'm gonna slide into
Another
that
failure.
mud puddle with you, girl.
That's 2 failures.
Damn it.
Professor Lovecraft.
I am going, since I see this thing getting sluggish and whatnot, it should be within my reach of my spell to stretch out my hand, dark word of deep speech, Adul, and cast Eldritch Blast.
15 hits. Zirak, give me a dexterity saving throw.
What?
Just for funsies.
It's got range.
Pork. Oh no.
Oh, Zirak, you are covered in reddish goop. As the concussive force of the Eldritch Blast just sends the blood raining down in your general direction.
Thank God he's got prestidigitation, his favorite
I was
spell.
just gonna say, that's gonna take a lot of little prestidigitations. Thank you.
But Professor Lovecraft, you literally hold out your hand, shoot out your Eldritch Blast, and you watch as this thing just explodes. And as it explodes, Zirak, give me a quick perception check. As this blood begins raining down around the ground. You're watching as the heavy splashes hitting the ground. They look like something. We'll say that. Professor Lovecraft, is that the end of your turn?
I'm gonna move back up those, but
So
Move
Zeriak
there.
has been carried.
and that's my turn.
Okay. Gar Shadow.
Since that one is dead, Garshaw is going to get up, turn around, strike the one that has
Okay. Go ahead and make your attack. Son of a gun. Enough with these 8s. Yeah, 8 misses.
moves a little bit closer, and now
Drummond.
Alright, Drummond's gonna use 5 feet of movement to get up because he's athletic.
Yes, he is.
Then he's gonna cunning action disengage.
And you're watching now as the sand has covered her legs, and it almost seems to be kind of pulling her into the center, as it's kind of working its way up towards her her hip.
I'm gonna get down and I'm gonna give her the healing potion, and I'm just like, I already lost Layla. Can't lose another party member.
Fantastic. Go ahead and roll the 2d4 plus 2. Okay, you get 6 points back.
Okay.
Valeria, right now, the best way to put it is you sort of sit up and you're Tom Hanks in Saving Private Ryan after the shell just dropped next to him. And everything's sort of silent and you're looking around and like dirt and blood is flying everywhere and your friends are up there fighting as everything's kind of happening in slow motion as you're starting to come back to.
Oh.
That will be my turn.
Okay. Dalian.
Now it's action to break from the grapple, right?
It is. You can give me an athletics check. This is going to be I'm not going to tell you the DC. I'm going to let you sit there with some spicy armpits. You just made it. You managed to break free out of the reach.
As I break free, bonus action into my helmet.
Does that do you have to attack to be able to do that?
I think you have to do the attack action on your turn.
No, it's just a bonus action.
That's you.
Thank you.
When you take the attack action and attack with a glaive, halberd, or quarterstaff, you can use a bonus action to make a melee attack.
Yeah, you're right. Disregard.
Okay. Leymore.
Okay. Well, now that I just saw Zeriak become carry for that moment in time.
Hey, that's my middle name.
Zirak. Zirak Carey.
I actually have not seen that movie.
Good movie.
It's a good movie.
I haven't seen the movie, but I've read the book.
John Travolta's in it.
I actually did not know there was a book.
What?
Okay, we're moving on now.
I am going to look at the next elemental, and I'm going to have electricity start to surge from my hand with my eyes glowing bright, and I'll yell in primordial, burn! And I'll throw my hand up into the air and cast Witch Bolt at the second elemental.
Okay.
Unlimited power!
I haven't gotten that one yet. Still debating.
Delete.
That's what Witch Bolt is.
15 hits.
Oh, but he's half a step away.
Okay. Alright, how does one roll for damage?
You hit click on the Witch Bolt in the chat there. It says 15, 30 fit Witch Bolt. Just hit on the Witch.
What level? There's only one level it can be at.
Do you have...
Oh!
Do you have second level spell slots?
Yeah, I do, but I almost hit a higher number on accident.
Okay, so you're casting it at first level.
Are you serious?
Alright, so it takes 1 point of lightning damage.
I swear to you, this is performance anxiety, I
I'm
swear.
telling you, Roll20 just loves the DM today and hates us.
This is pretty brutal. I literally split 2 elementals in half. So I was like, God, we'll burn through these guys quick. Fucking 8s, man. Fucking 8.
Alright, I believe that'll be a concentration too on the next roll.
Yep. So you're sort of holding out your hand as the lightning is just pulsing in and around, but right now he seems to have stifled down the shock of the first one. Elise.
Alright. Alright. Okay, cool. German's got Valeria. I'm going to... Okay, that was weird. Dog, what the hell? I'm going to, Doesn't it whisper the blue one? Since
It stayed permanently purple after I did my spell to it?
Yeah.
I don't remember if you have to roll first.
Just go ahead and click your thing so I know what to roll.
Yeah. Oop.
Okay.
Oh, there's that.
Wisdom save. Sadly, it passes, but it's going to take half of the damage. However, it is not scared.
Oh yeah, because it understands only primordial.
No, the magic itself made.
Oh no, it
itself
succeeded. Sorry.
Failed save takes 3d6. Half as much. Okay, and it doesn't have to move away.
That's still quite a bit of damage.
6 is good. You guys are whittling it down. However, it is his turn. It's going to do a spinning helicopter attack. First attack is a Car Shadow. 20. 12 points of bludgeoning. The second attack spins around with the back fist towards Thalion. Briefly missing with an 8. The next attack on this creature has advantage.
Yes!
Top of round 4, the ivy begins to grow at a very unnatural, fast rate, going up to the knees. Everybody within 15 feet of the rim. Difficult terrain. This guy's off the table. Zirak, it is your turn.
Alright, feeling that the ivy has grown up around my feet, I don't think that I'm going to be able to move into the most advantageous position to shower Lovecraft with red goo. So, belaying that, I'm going to just have to shower Thalion with red goo.
I'm already showered.
I know. I'm gonna add to it. So, smiling I have kind of a crooked half smile on my face as I quickly snatch my small diamond out of my belt pouch, and realizing that these things don't like fire, I'm going to concentrate and push as much energy as I can from the weave into this tiny little diamond as I form a ball of raging flames in my hand and hurl it at the blood elemental. I'm going to cast Chromatic Orb using fire damage as a second level spell. With advantage, because I have advantage with this attack.
.27 hits.
That's one away from a crit, damn it!
Wow.
So that's 21 fire damage.
I don't even need to calculate that. So you watch Thalion as you narrowly duck under the swinging arm as it raises it up to come in for another strike. This pulsating, glowing ball slams into the middle and begins to grow and shake as this fire begins to grow, and you watch now as the blood that was liquid form begins to turn into this hard paste, and it starts slopping off, dropping to the ground, incredibly hot, as the elemental just melts into the ground dead.
As I look over this melting creature in front of me, I look towards Zirak and I just give you a thumbs up.
I did nothing.
I'm just
The
going
half
to.
smile that I had on my face now breaks into a full-on grin as I place my diamond back into my belt.
I'm going to just drop my arm and just fall onto my knees, just exhausted. Because it has been a very long time since I've done that.
So my original plan to help Valeria
to pull her free
was, if Thalion had pulled her free, I was going to levitate her so that Elise could fly over to her and heal her in the air. But we took a real big risk with the cleric's life there.
I
made
do.
Elise feel uncomfortable because she doesn't like owing anybody things, and she did owe Valeria for saving her life in the caves.
You guys begin to pull Valeria out of the muck, sort of freeing her legs. And as you do so, you can kind of see as you pull her out, you can see what seems to be remnants of bones underneath the sand before you pull her out, and it sort of folds over, smoothing itself out.
Oh, that would have been me.
I do go up to Valeria. Yeah, I am very concerned for her. She is a youngin', and it's as her elder's duties to help her out.
Dude, Dirt is younger than you, so I mean, we're all youngins compared.
I put my hand on her shoulder, and you hear I saw my voice in your head. Are you willing to allow me to help you for the next day?
First of all, this is invading my own privacy, but I mean, I feel terrible right now, so anything helps.
And then I cast Get the Lucid Dream on you.
Okay.
So you kind of feel like this black ooze in your body and in your mind. And it feels very like you're like a lucid. I also don't know what a lucid dream is.
When you're dreaming, and you can kind of control what you're dreaming.
Yeah, it's
Specifically,
you know, like
it's
when you have a
you're dreaming and
daydream,
you're
you know
aware
how
that
you're kind
dreaming,
of
so that
partially
you can
awake, but
control.
you're partially dreaming. That's what a lucid dream is.
I actually have the ability to do that all the time.
Yeah, it's kind of like how people, when they sleep with their eyes open, it looks like they're still awake, and they kind of are.
Well, when I'm casting the spell
But they're
on
kind
this,
of not at the
when
same
I'm
time.
casting the spell on her, she feels this ooze kind of going through her. She won't feel the lucid until she goes under.
Zarek, as you begin to look at the words that seem to be taking shape from the blood that was splattering on the ground, you start to make out a sentence.
Yes, that's why I actually didn't move towards Valeria like everyone else, because you mentioned that. So I'm kind of examining the ground where this thing splattered. I'm glad that she's alive, don't get me wrong. But I'm definitely now interested in what I see on the ground.
You read in Draconic as the words took shape from the blood. And that's what it says.
Interesting. I take a piece of parchment out of my scroll case there, and I jot it down real quick just to make sure I remember it. And then
you scan around and you see that there are more of these lines.
So yeah, I want to check where the other creature melted, and perhaps there's more of these words around. And I'll just
while everybody's tending to Valeria, you move over towards where the other elemental was, and as you look about, this line is different.
I am going to, still huffing from the burst of magic that I haven't casted in a while, get up, dust myself off, and move over to where Zarek is. Do you see something?
I'm concentrating. But yes, I do. Look there on the ground. Can you make out the words? And then I go back to jotting them down on that piece of parchment.
Would I be able to recognize it, or is it just gibberish?
What languages can you speak?
If I remember right, I have Common, Elven, Dwarven, and Primordial.
You look at this, and to you it looks like gibberish.
Yeah, unless this is a really clever Dwarven insult, which I highly doubt, I can't seem to make a lick of it.
Well, the import is not in the translation, my friend. The import is that the words are on the ground, and we did not notice them previously. Perhaps our linguist should give a good look. And I call down to Lovecraft and say, would you mind grabbing a cane or something so that you might help yourself up that slight incline and joining me up here? I have some language that requires your interpretation.
But alas, for Yorick, he cannot hear.
Yeah, I don't think Zarek knows that. So
I don't know that.
So it seems like I am ignoring you.
This mofo is ignoring you.
I will scoop up some of the mud.
Did Ziriak forget he was deaf?
No, he wasn't. He wasn't near him when it happened.
Oh,
he's deaf.
All right.
So I just scoop up some mud from the pit and just throw it at him, and just splatter him with mud.
Make an attack roll.
Yeah.
Well, I was waiting to see if there was a roll or.
No, there's no roll.
I'm gonna look at Ziriak going, Ziriak, are you okay?
It's like throwing a snowball. It's just gonna break up into a splatter, and I might get.
Yeah, and at least he's gonna look at Ziriak like, what? Are you okay? Did he do something to you?
I'll probably raise a hand like stop after he throws like. He's deaf.
No, he literally hits him in the back of the head. It gets your attention.
Yeah, that's why at least it's like, Ziriak, have you gone daft? Are you okay?
So when he turns around, he can see that I'm speaking at him. My mouth is opening and closing, and I'm saying, "Hey, can you make your way up here, please?"
I see that he is calling for me so I do make my way up to him. And I place my hand on his shoulder and says, my good friend, I understand I am deaf. It has made me deaf.
For the first time you're looking, you can actually see the blood that's sort of crusting out of his ears. And where it dried onto his cheek.
Until I am able to repair and get this fixed.
Then I will open my mouth and point into my open mouth and then tap my head.
I have my hand on your shoulder and I'm speaking to you in your mind.
Okay, you didn't say that, so I didn't know you were doing that. I thought you were just speaking out loud because you're not mute. You're just deaf.
I can just consider taking a minute. Oh.
I thought I made that clear, but if I didn't, I apologize. But yeah, so I put my hand on your shoulder, and that way we can communicate.
Okay, then I don't need to do the sign language thing. So I say, well, no matter. Doesn't matter whether you can hear me. I can always throw something at you if need be to get your attention. But look there. Look at the ground. Isn't that your specialty? You see words written there?
Yeah. Do I see the words?
You speak Draconic, correct?
Yes, I do speak Draconic.
Oh, and you have that word.
I have.
So you do look down and you can read it. And just as you read it, the line below you says, "The great works, keep them at bay."
Zarek, do you move away from me?
Yeah, because I move back so that you can get closer to the words, and then I kind of wave my hand at the words behind me, so they're this direction. Just kind of
And
pointing out that the words are on the ground there and leading you to look at them.
I see both sets. So I see both sets of words. So journal and write them down in common.
The next one says, before words were divine ambitions.
Oh, and I will. So I write it out in common so he can read it as well. So I kind of show him what each line. I'll write it in the language that is Sheen, and underneath it in common.
And you can see that every splat of blood that came off each elemental has formed this singular sentence. The one on the right formed, the great works keep them at bay. The one on the left formed, the great before words were divine ambitions. Everywhere their blood has splattered on the ground, these sentences have taken shape.
Why do I get the feeling these weren't on the ground previously?
Is Zirak covered in blood?
He currently is, yes.
I look at him and look him up and down and see if he has words written on him in the
He
blood.
does not. He does not.
I just want to double check that he might be carrying around a message.
I'm not your type, sir.
No,
I put my hand on his shoulder. Oh no! I was wanting to make sure that perhaps there was no message written on you by accident.
Creepy old guy looked me up and down, scoping me out. I'm a little. I have a girlfriend. It's all right. You don't need to hit.
I turn you around. I look up and down. I'm turning you around. I look on your face and your eyes, and lifting up your cloak, making.
Whoa! I think you might get a fire bolt to the face if you did something like that. No, I will back away and say, look. There's nothing on me. Yeah, I'm feeling a little bit of stranger danger right now.
But I will tell him. I will go up to him. I will tell him that the second no, then okay.
I think I see it. I'll try to if the professor looks around, I'll try to motion over to him as I go closer. It's like you can tell me. You can tell me.
The second phrase, I put my hand. The second phrase says, "The great works keep them at bay."
Great works.
Before words were divine ambitions.
Before words were divine ambitions. The great works keep them at bay. Huh. I'll just look over to him and I'll try to mouth to him since I don't have those type of spells. Do you think it's part of a riddle?
No, if I'm in contact with you, you can speak back to me in my mind.
Oh, okay. I'll say that in his mind.
So you just pulled another Zeriac and look kind of stupid, oh, right.
Hey, this is new to me, so this is fascinating. So, do you think this is part of a riddle or a puzzle?
I believe so, but it seems like we are missing some pieces. Maybe the archway or the doorway might have some more answers.
Do I see anything on this doorway? I'm down here examining it while they're up there.
It is a smooth, flat, metal door.
God, Droman.
That seems to shimmer.
The door seems to shimmer?
Yep, with light. You're gonna have to try to dig underneath the sand, Drummond.
He's treasure hunting. He has a metal detector out. He's the old guy on the beach with sandals and socks and everything like that.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and turn over some handfuls.
Okay, you're gonna have to dig quite a bit to find it. They're probably 1 to 2 feet down.
Hey, Zirak. This door seems to have some sort of magic to it. Might be magically trapped or something somewhere in your specialty.
Perhaps, but I'm going to need a bit of time to recharge my energies. If you could hold your horses, so to speak, for just a little while. Speaking of horses, our horses are safe, right?
We left them back.
We left them back at the town.
That's right. That's right.
They're
Dalian paid a
protected
bunch of money.
Fucking
by
dead.
the
I
innkeeper.
killed
No, Mark. No, sir. Dalian paid a bunch of money. I remember now to secure the horses.
If we go back to get served horse meat, we'll know what happened to them.
Oh God, bad memory.
I think then Ziriak might just burn down that entire inn.
Yeah, I would burn the whole town. Would be toast.
So,
I would like to actually kind of put a little alarm warding around myself so that nobody can cross without alerting me. And then I would like to take an hour to study my spells and make sure they're recommitted to my memory.
Eric is going to take a long rest.
No, a short rest.
Sure.
Okay, now I'll dig my hole.
Okay, then I'm gonna go hit dice.
You start to dig, and you begin to pull out bones. Bleached perfectly white. And you keep digging, and you just keep pulling up more bones. You spread out from the small, 1 foot diameter hole you start, and you start digging out more to the sides, making it larger. And you see underneath the 2 feet of sort of loamy sand on the bottom, it is just bones. Animal bones, human bones.
doesn't find any gold teeth or anything like that.
Nope.
I stop for a second, 3 feet into a hole, and look at everybody I have weird hobbies, so
Don't bug me. I would also like to examine this.
Okay, so you walk up and wondering what everybody's looking at, and you see a smooth, flat metal door that sort of shimmers with the light.
Is there any handles or markings on it?
No handles, no markings.
I would like to go up and maybe touch it. Is it maybe it feels cold to the touch or something?
You touch it, then you actually press in on it, and you pull your hand back, and it sort of rebounds like jello.
Oh, my eyes widen, and now I put both hands on it, and I put my strength in it, and I try to maybe open it or go through it.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a strength check. You push, and it just bows in. And you're sort of leaning on it. And this metal door, almost like rubber, as you push on it, but it's clearly metal. You're touching with your fingers. You can feel the coolness of it. And you set your straight back up, and it sets.
I think okay. I'm gonna try something. I'm gonna pull out my journal and draconic that first line. The great works keep them at bay.
As you say the word, the door stops shimmering. And you watch as what seems to be along the arch, solid lines begin to take shape, looking like a frame to a door. But however, the door itself
And then
still shimmering in the middle.
And then in the other language, 4 words were divine ambitions.
The middle of the door solidifies to a dull, flat iron door, and in the middle is a golden line.
That's rather impressive.
No handle, no keyhole, just what seems to be a door, like an arched door, with a 2-foot-long golden line in the middle.
I can't hear Dalian say that. Now I will try maybe to push on it again. Maybe something.
Let's just say for shits and giggles, you try to push on it, it doesn't budge.
Oh. Maybe I've sealed the door.
I mean, it could have been a portal to the other place, so maybe it's good that it's closed.
There is a golden line in the middle of the door.
I go up and... Can I grab the golden line?
It is engraved into the metal.
I walk up to you, I tap you on the shoulder, and I point to the dais that had the golden line.
And then I do that, aha! And I go up to the dais, and I run up to the dais.
You should probably get out of here. I don't know what's gonna happen once he turns that thing.
Okay, you go up to the dais.
Get out of here. I don't want to be here.
I'll need a strength check to turn it back.
I point to Dalian, like that. Help me.
Sorry.
Knowing he can't hear me now, I just nod and I'll take hold and help him.
Okay, so you guys, either both of you roll or one of you roll with advantage.
Okay, I'm giving you advantage. I have a +1 to roll, so.
Okay, the 18 does it. You and you start turning it back counterclockwise until the golden needle is pointing back into the pond. As soon as you hear that, a deeper, louder ka-tush, kush, 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 and you're watching the 3 pillars descend from the ground until the 2 on the sides are sticking up about a foot. The large one in the middle is sticking up about 5 feet. And you watch you watch as the door kind of buckles, and with an audible, you can actually see the air getting sucked into the door as the door sinks into the ground, leaving an opening.
I am ecstatic, so I am rushing.
This is awesome.
Wait!
I reach out to Graham before he gets too far out of my reach.
Give me a dexterity saving throw.
What if you die, old man?
Give me a dex check, not a saving throw. Give me a dex check.
Just straight up dex?
Not you, Dalian, because he wants to try to grab you.
Oh, okay. Well then, okay. I'll.
He slips through your fingers, and he is gone.
What if I? Well, I'm not sure how.
That was your 6-second action to try to grab him.
I was gonna
to
pounce on him and hold him down. Not to do damage, but to just, like the animal that jumps on you and buries you underneath its belly.
I'm not going in. I'm just okay. It's open, and what do I see?
You see a set of stairs that descends.
What do you see? Oh wait.
I knowing that they can't hear me, and when I yell out, "There's a set of stairs descending deeper into the earth." Oh, this is exciting.
You're so ecstatic, aren't you going in?
Yeah, I'm going in.
Mark, has it been an hour yet since I started my short rest, or has that hour not yet passed?
It's been an hour.
Okay, then I will follow the group. But if my short rest wasn't over, I wasn't going to go in.
I am very plain to my flaw, and I'm very easily distracted in the source for the pursuit of knowledge or information. So I go and I make my way down the steps.
So essentially, you're saying if you do something ridiculously unwise, our only option is to knock you unconscious and then proceed with our day?
Boy,
Zach,
that sounds
did
an
you
awful like
recharge?
kind of what we had to do with, what was her name again? Oh yeah, Layla.
Zerak, did you recharge your arcane ward?
Yes, so I used arcane recovery, and arcane ward won't fully recharge. If it gets twice the level of the spell that I cast if
Okay.
it's an abjuration spell. So I used alarm, which gives me 2 points to my ward.
Okay. Alright, you guys begin to descend, letting the professor go first. And the first thing you immediately recognize as you begin to descend is the oxygen is stale. Like it's been sealed up in here for a bit. And you guys move further down. The deeper you go, the louder it gets.
We're kind of loud. Like machinery?
It sounds like
Sound-
machinery,
That sounds very mechanical.
but none of you guys really know about that, so this is
That's
completely...
true.
Not even me, a professor?
You're a professor of languages. If you're a professor of machinery
least it's
or
like
engineering, then yeah.
That doesn't sound good.
But I don't know any of my
Sounds weird.
colleagues.
Not natural.
But
I'm
Doesn't
playing
sound
to your
natural.
flaw that you're easily distracted by your own.
I know,
You don't
I
have
know.
any
I'm trying to milk this.
I know, and I'll let you get away with what I want, but nope.
Curious if two of us who come from a specific city might at least have seen some kinds of it.
I don't
Doug.
even think some of the most advanced cities would.
None of the metagaming done. They got to figure this shit out on their own. It's 10 more experience comes.
Oh.
Yeah, so do I see anything as we're descending down these steps?
Smooth
Right.
stone walls. You think they're stone. There's an audible clang whenever your heel hits the steps, and you descend. It is dark. There is no.
I can see in the dark.
There is no light. You can't make out anything except grays and blacks. You see the vague outlines.
Oh, I can see in the dark, guys. I have no problem seeing in the dark.
I cast light on my orb because I cannot see in the dark, and
Ooh,
moonlight
cast
is
light.
fine.
Oh.
The steps, the walls, and everything descending down are legitimately polished, almost clinical metal. Smooth. You touch it, and it is cold to the touch. Steel. Devoid of any imperfections. You get to the base, there's another door. This one does have handles. It's a large double door directly in front of you.
Can I open the doors?
You can. And it's the one thing now that you've realized as you've stopped at the bottom and opened the door, is that you can barely make out any noise except what's around you. It's almost deafening
I'm
to
deaf.
everybody else, because you're already deaf.
I don't hear any
The
of this.
deeper you guys get, it is incredibly loud. The sounds of what you can only sort of relate to as chains on like a drawbridge, things like that. But there's large banging noises intermixed with hissing. You guys push open the door, and you see in front of you, Professor Lovecraft, two large columns inside what seems to be a somewhat cramped triangular chamber. Directly across from you, standing stock still, is a dark figure. Very statue-like figure. standing back straight, staring at the door with a shield and what seems to be a large weapon with a half-hung down.
You said this was is this a large creature or is this a medium R-sized creature?
It is a tall, wide figure. Not large, but it is medium-sized, but it's pushing the 8-foot boundary.
Oh.
So he's like Shaq.
Yeah, you're looking at Shaq. If Shaq was wearing plate armor.
I'm just trying to get a size. Is he this creature or this figure is not moving? He's standing very still like a statue.
Very still, unmoving. It's just the sound around. Steel, yes, Jeremy, it's steel.
Oh god, they crowdfunded Shaq Fu 3.
What? I don't get that.
Was that audible sound someone slapping their forehead?
Yes.
What would you guys like to do? As you guys are sort of standing behind Lovecraft looking into this room. Those of you close to him can see it. The large creature inside. Inside here, though, the walls aren't smooth metal. They are metal themselves, but there's decorations. The pillar itself is made of marble, or the two pillars on either side are made of a very dark marble. And here, just the noise is just overbearing.
Is there light in this room, or is it still dark?
Still dark inside.
Okay. I am going to wave my hand and cast dancing lights again, see if we can get like a nice view of the room.
Okay, so you're 3 orbs. Are you doing 3 orbs or 1?
I'll
The
probably
3 orbs. The 3 orbs only do 5 feet of dim light. If you combine them, they do a larger light. So.
Yeah, I'll probably do 1 just to get a good view.
Roman, are you over here still on the East Coast?
Yep, I'm still in Pennsylvania.
Push Droman up in front of
Oh,
me.
10
use him
foot
as a
radius,
human.
that's it. For some reason I thought it was 5. Okay.
Oh.
So you create light, you can see the light behind Zirak and from behind you from Zirak is filtering in down the stairs.
Okay. I'm gonna send... Oh, go ahead, guys.
I would say I'd kind of, if he's gonna go use his light, I was gonna kind of cautiously go up to this, to the figure, like get 10 feet away from it.
Okay, we're gonna roll initiative.
Okay.
I was about to ask if it noticed the light.
Just so everybody knows, Drummond had to leave, just in case.
Droman's in the back.
I'm gonna have to pile you guys in here the way you guys.
I said 10 feet, so I'm about right here.
No, he didn't let you go 10 feet, so.
Wait, what?
He didn't let you get 10 feet. There's
Oh,
the
okay,
trigger.
okay, so
So I'll just plop you guys into the back. You guys arrange yourselves. As you see fit.
say it precautiously, and then it moved, and then like, oh shit. I'm gonna study it.
That is a tiny little space.
Yep, it is a cramped triangular chamber.
The doors didn't close on us, did they?
No.
Fuck me. And no, I am not trying to kill myself.
That's dark.
That's better. We can't see anything else.
This is like Roll20's just been fucking with me. It's pissing me off. Who am I missing? I'm missing Marcy and Zachary.
And you might want to roll for Droman, unless you're gonna just have Droman.
And my token's not there, so.
There it is.
There it is. There it is. Now it is. Thank you.
Okay, you guys arrange yourselves in the back however you see fit.
I'm staying where I'm at.
Mark, can you move my light to the rear so that I can click on Naboo?
Boom.
Thank you, sir.
Yep.
You can go first if you like, Marion.
I'll go first.
Just hoping this is slow.
Wow, I'm not used to player sheets, so I was having a hard time trying to find Roman's initiative. God damn it, where is it? Where is Okay.
Does it fall over dead?
Yes, you do.
I said does it, not me. These D&D sessions would be wouldn't be as exciting if I wasn't here.
True story.
They're pretty exciting when you were dead.
Chris just really enjoys making characters, so he does it on purpose.
Hey, I haven't made as many characters as you have.
Yeah, but I never got to play all mine. You're going right through your roster.
At least so far, David. If you remember, David, he holds the record in our little group so far.
Veggie's gonna do the Star Wars thing from Robot Chicken's like, well, we bring him back, just add a mustache, then we add a goatee, add a beard.
Back when I first started playing back in 4th edition, we had a friend named David in our homebrew game, and I kept killing his characters. He made a pixie barbarian and charged a dragon.
And he looks fabulous doing it.
And I ate him.
Okay, top of round one. So describing what happens is you guys sort of pile in through the large double doors, and the professor sort of starts taking cautious steps forward, moving towards this very large figure, standing stock still, a large shield in its hand. Professor, the closer you get, you see this massive, what looks to be glaive in its hand. And just to give you a better picture, I'm going to use the actual token now.
See an iron knuckle. I see the flowing eyeball. Oh wow, that looks cool.
Yeah, so that's what you see. I just used the armor as a stand-in.
Oh, that's perfect.
And now we trigger.
Okay. Oh, I got...
Drummond is going to go.
Do you still need that tendril?
Drummer's going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. "30 feet. And he's going to use his hand crossbow to make an attack. Hitting with the 21.
Huh. And not an initiative.
What did you roll? You're on there at 12.
Oh, okay.
Marcy's in there twice. Marcy, what did you roll? Sweet
I
baby
rolled
Jesus.
21.
Zirak, did you roll a 20 or a 17?
I rolled a 17 and Naboo got a 16.
Wow, what is going on here? I cleared everybody from
Yeah.
last time.
And Valiant's going before me. Until I remember.
I got a 6.
Lyria, Garshadow.
I got a 30.
You rolled a 6?
I-
Morn, did
I-
you roll a 6 or a 4?
I rolled a 4.
Drummond rolled a 21. Elise rolled a 21. Valiant rolled a 21. What did Garshadow roll?
12. Oh, no.
20.
Okay, so Garshadow's out of there. Lovecraft, you rolled a 6 or a 17?
I got a 6. I didn't get a 17. Zarek got a 17.
I fucked this up, that's for sure.
I don't know what you're seeing. For me, it's normal. Everything's fine. on my-
Everything doubled up on mine, even though I cleared it last time. Okay, now we're good. Elise. No, he's going to use his bonus action to dash, and he's going to move right back to where he was.
Is that tendril supposed to be there still, though?
Yes. I need it as a marker.
No, probably for the damn pillars.
Or I guess I'm going before Valiant.
Bingo! What do you got, Elise? What do you do?
Until she sees anybody else go for it, she is going to stay right there by Zeriak.
Okay, so
I'm
you take
forward.
a action. Valiant.
I will stop there and ready. Well, I have that reaction. Is it? Yeah, I'll ready an attack when he approaches.
Okay. Gosh.
I have Marshall wait, so when it gets near me, he'll ready his pounce.
You can't do that. You can only ready an attack action.
So he'll get ready to attack. He'll
Okay.
ready to attack.
Zirak.
All right. Since I see no enemy, I am going to. I guess I'll just ready an action to cast Firebolt if I see an enemy enter my range of vision.
Oh, you can't. Oh, that's right.
No, I can only see. It's dim light to this point. So anything beyond that, I can't see at all. So therefore, I will just say, is there danger? I see no danger, and I start to, cast a bolt of fire in my hand, and it's just ready in case I see something attack one of my allies. And I'll stand my ground there.
Okay, Naboo.
Naboo will also just kind of hang out on my shoulder for now.
Okay.
Naboo will take the dodge action.
Okay. It's the Guardian's turn. So we go 5, 10, 15, 20, lowering his shoulders, and you watch as the helmet has these two massive horns on it. He's going to try to gore the professor.
Oh, fuck me. But doesn't that...
reaction go off?
Yeah, go ahead. 8 misses as the force of the charge rebuffs your halberd as you were ready for it, but you did not expect it to move that fast.
I'm a biscuit eater.
26. Jesus Christ.
Oh no, the professor. I can't see anything.
You guys sound so devastated.
Just met you.
Okay, Professor, give me a strength save. As you only take 3 points of piercing. It's pretty.
Oh, you rolled a 2 and a 1. I am
Yep,
so happy.
You take 3 points of piercing.
Okay. Strength save.
His blood, but a flesh wound.
Okay.
Up me.
You get thrown 5, 10, 15 feet back. You are prone on the ground.
Ken, shut up.
And he used his attack action to gore Valeria.
I am going to go. Oh no.
Are you done? It's my turn.
I see the professor. It's
Yeah.
my turn.
Zirak, you just watched the professor rolling backwards and lay flat on his.
I the professor is not an enemy, so that doesn't trigger my red. I almost released my firebolt at him.
Sorry, Valeria, I just had to pour.
I don't see
Yeah.
Valeria on the initiative roll,
I'm-
on the initiative tracker. In me.
Oh.
You know, I don't see her on the init tracker either.
Yeah, I said before.
See, it's weird because she's on mine.
You know, I had that happen to me once too, Mark, where like everybody, I had to remove everybody and re-add them again.
There you go. Valeria is at 12.
Okay, I'm gonna cast light because I can't see, so I'm gonna pull out my light.
Okay. Go ahead and pull your light orb on.
Let me grab that really quick.
Immediately, Zirak, boom! You see this large, hulking, black armored figure straight ahead of you, which would trigger your readied action unless he's out of range.
I still don't see it.
There it is. Got it.
As soon as the light gets pulled on, you should be able to see him.
Okay. Oh yeah, I see it now. So
Right here.
Thank you, Valeria. So that does trigger, and Firebolt has, for me, because I'm a spell sniper, has definitely enough range. So I'll launch my Firebolt.
Should I duck?
No, I never miss.
Crit fails and hits you and
Don't jinx.
18 misses as you coalesce as your fiber and shoot. The shield comes up, and it drops down as the fire bursts and encapsulates the shield.
burn plate
no
plus the
damage.
shield. So
All right. Well, I didn't really technically miss. I just didn't get past his armor. So
Okay.
In response, you watch in his left hand as he begins to, with one hand, twirl and spin this large glaive that would take a normal person 2 hands to.
And then I pull out my spiritual weapon.
Okay,
It misses, but I'm just pulling it out.
you pull it out as your ethereal Pegasus
Woo!
bursts into light in front of it. It kicks out, and again it blocks the attack.
This is gonna be a tough opponent. I don't know. Maybe we should retreat.
And you guys are really having to yell out every single word you're having to say. The spells that you're casting, you guys are screaming at the top of your lungs just so the words don't die out.
I can't hear a thing, so I don't know what you're saying.
Okay, Professor Lovecraft, it is your
So that's 15 feet. And seeing that armor, attacking his armor is a tough. I'm gonna try something different. I'm gonna look at him, up my hand, and I'm look like I'm ringing a bell. Told the dead.
What's with the 2 damages?
He takes because he has taken damage. He takes
got it.
deep. So he must make a wisdom saving throw as he's hearing this nefarious death-like.
Was it 15?
Oh, fuck you!
So what? He hears the dee ding and he's like, it's loud. You have a bonus action and 15 feet rest of your movement if you want to use it.
Son of a biscuit eater. I don't want
To agreed.
What?
Ken's response.
About what?
No, the character that either Jeremy or Brad is playing in Tomb of Annihilation has this same Toll of the Dead power.
That's Jeremy's cleric.
Very nice.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Okay, you move that way. You guys watch as the columns on each side begin to sort of electrify as electricity shoots up from the bottom, encompassing the whole entire pillar, and each pillar is going to make a ranged attack.
At the Guardian.
Did the music stop for everybody?
I don't hear. There's no music. I don't hear any music.
Yeah.
Maybe I just loaded too many songs.
I'm still.
Oh, there it goes. I
hearing music.
hear it again.
Yeah, I'm still hearing music. I have no idea.
Ooh, this is like the perfect song that just popped up. Sweet.
Is that fan burst? Is it a new thing?
It's not Fanburst. I had to upload all my own music. So
Oh, I didn't know you could do that.
this was a lot of work to get this music on here. Let's see.
Okay, this fits.
First attack is Gar Shadow. Second attack is
Alright, I
Professor
think now
Lovecraft.
it's stopped.
Okay.
$15 for Gar Shadow. He takes a flat 3 electric damage, or lightning damage. Professor Lovecraft at 12.
Oh, maybe. No, that's a miss.
Okay.
I mean,
so
no, that's
you-
a hit. That's a hit. Hit.
Oh, it's a hit.
Hit.
Okay, you take a flat 3 lightning damage. Leomord.
Okay. Well, crap, and double crap. I'm going to move off to the other side. See if I can't help with the flank. 5, 10. And I will try to cast a Ray of Frost. See if I can't slow it down.
Okay.
Oh, come on. Work for me. Did before.
20. Just hits.
Just hits. Oh, crap. Okay.
Okay, takes 3 points of full damage. Is Ray of Frost the one that slows this movement by 10 feet?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Is that the end of your turn, Leomori?
Yeah, that's the best I'm going to do.
Alright, Elise. Marcy?
Okay, sorry, I was looking at the turn thing and I was like, what?
Droman, right?
Yeah, that's why I was a little confused. I was like, is it Drummond or me?
Oh, shit. God damn
That's
it.
why I was confused
Hold
there. I
on.
was like, huh?
You had a doppelganger in there. Alright, top of round 2. It is Droman's turn. Droman's gonna move here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And I don't know what he else he can do, so he's just gonna keep shooting hand crossbows. Missing with a 13. Just gonna dash backwards to where he was at, stay there. Alright. No Marcy.
Alright. Just from there. I'm gonna, that way. 5, 10, 15, 20. Okay, good. I'm going to shoot a crossbow at the guardian dude. For 23, yay!
23 definitely hits.
Or creep.
As the crossbow bolt finds purchase in the gorget of the armor. Okay, I'm assuming that's the end of your turn?
Yeah.
Okay, Thalion.
Two swings with
Okay. 8 misses. 17 misses as he rebuffs both of them with both his glaive and his shield. Car Shadow. Misses with a 10. Zirak.
You gonna love this. Okay, I am going to move 30 feet forward. I'm going to use my action when Naboo touches the enemy.
Okay. It is Naboo's turn.
Naboo is going to dash forward along the ground with his little tiny monkey hands outstretched, crackling with lightning as he grabs a hold of the creature's ankle. Because I can deliver a spell with a touch attack with my
You can, but you watch the creature snap and look at Naboo as Naboo is about to enter its glaive range.
Oh, it gets to attack as I enter it? It didn't do that to Gar Shadow. You're just waiting for me? Okay.
Because he already used his, he had to use his reaction for something.
Who? Who
So that's
used
why
his
he
reaction?
You had to do it last round.
Yeah, so he can't attack me, right?
Sure.
Well, I don't know. Does he have his reaction still?
Honestly, I don't know right now.
Oh,
I'll just say no.
okay.
I'm so confused.
Yeah, he has to use his reaction to do that. But so Naboo is going to do Shocking Grasp for me, which gets advantage because I'm assuming he's wearing metal, right?
Yes, full plate.
Yeah, right on.
$25 hits.
25. So it does 4 lightning to him, and he cannot take reactions until the beginning of my next turn. So I will now move away.
Sounds good.
He can't opportunity attack me.
You're just out of his range.
No, Naboo will move the fuck away.
Gotcha.
Hold on, I gotta look up his movement speed. 30. Okay, so I moved 10, so I'm gonna move 20 feet away. Actually, I'll stop at 15. That's good.
Okay. It is his turn. He's going to position himself in the middle of the room. And he's going to take an attack at Thalia. Oh, wait. Okay. Thalion, you watch as his glaive spins and you see what seem to be fangs and claws begin to take shape in the halberd itself. He's going to make one attack at you. 24. He did not move 10 feet towards you. You just take 11 points of slashing damage. And he's going to attack you. Missing this time with an 11. Valyria.
I am going to send out a sacred flame at it.
Okay. I don't believe he's very dexterous. No, he is not. He rolled a 9. He's going to take all 3.
Bonus action, my spiritual weapon.
Okay.
Misses.
18 just barely misses as the Pegasus rears up and begins clanking out with his front hoofs, hitting off against the shield.
I stay where I'm at.
Professor Lovecraft.
I am going to look at him and sit and say a word of another deep speech word, Abdul, and I misfortune on it.
Okay.
So, and I kind of say, I out loud to the rest. I don't know if they can hear it, but still I'm mute and I'm still kind of yelling. Seeker.
Okay.
I'm putting a symbol on me because it is a concentration spell.
Zirak, that's an 11 that gets shot at you as the pillars electrify and then shoot out a bolt toward.
Oh, an 11 is deflected by my mage armor.
And Thalion nimbly jumps out of the way as he feels the static building up behind him as the electricity is starting to grow and manages to nimbly dodge past the second bolt. Laymore.
Okay, guess I'm pretty safe where I'm at right now, so I'm going to charge up again, and I am going to cast, if it'll work with me, I'm going to cast Witch Bolt.
Okay. 9 misses as it hits off the shield, and again you watch the shield sort of take the electric energy and sort of absorb it. Nothing happens.
Ah, damn it! Hate it when this happens.
Okay, top of round 2. Drummond is going to move up and crossbow bolt. Just missing with the 19. He's going to move backwards. Marcy?
Alright. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. I want to cast. Can I cast Shatter at the creature?
Sure. Where would you like to position your shatter?
Away from Thalion and Gar's shadow so they don't get hit by it. So I think it's that left corner of the guy. Right behind where the spiritual weapon is.
So like that.
Or the spot like next to the spiritual weapon.
Like that?
A little bit more down. One more square down. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Perfect.
It's a 10-foot radius sphere, so it's a 20-foot box.
Oh, I thought it was a cube.
No, it's a 10-foot radius sphere, so she could
we'll see.
Yeah.
right on.
Yeah. That's why I said like right at that corner. Yeah, that's perfect. Right at that corner, hitting
Okay.
the guy at second
It
level.
will get the pillar as well, so go ahead and cast your shatter.
I hit Gar's Shadow on Thalion as well.
Nope. It shouldn't.
Feet.
They're just out of range.
So draw me a box, Marcy, of where you're going to put this thing.
Put it here. In this corner, Ron, if you see.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah. Like, Gar Shadow and Thalion should be just out of range of it.
Okay?
Okay.
Yeah.
Fucking music stopped again.
And then I'm also going to take one step back just in case.
Okay. This pillar here immediately shatters. I need Zirak, Valyria, and Naboo. Give me a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. Let's go.
Here's his con save. 6, so he fails. Yeah, disadvantage though, right?
According to my spell, no. What the spell does, you have to roll a d4 and subtract that.
Sudden, loud, ringing noise, painfully intense. Creature takes 3d8 thunder damage on a failed save, or half as much damage from a creature made of organic materials. Yeah, he had disadvantage on this, so they'll take all 9.
Oh. A quick question, Mark. He still has to or do due to my spell because on my spell he subtracts. You roll a d4 and subtract that from the saving throw as well.
Just say he subtract. It happens on the next save. Holy shit. The shrapnel erupts around you guys. Valeria, Zirak, you guys take 12 points of bludgeoning damage. as you get
Okay.
pelted.
Ugh.
It's You no longer have concentration. Please.
Okay, that's what I wanted to know.
Marcy's at the end of your turn? Valiant.
Yeah.
Take my 2 swings again and hope I hit.
Okay. 17 misses. 10 misses. Gar Shadow. 18 just misses. Zirak.
Alright, since my arcane ward was completely blasted by the shrapnel from the pillar breaking, I am going to move back 30 feet.
Did you disengage?
No, but I was 15 feet away.
You were here, right?
Yeah, 10. Yeah, I was there.
He moved 10 feet forward into the middle of the room. Or 5 feet forward into the middle of the room to where he's currently at. So you were 10 feet away.
Alright, I'm gonna have to chance it. If he can hit me, go ahead. I'm not gonna use my action to disengage.
This is a regular attack. He still has the Tiger Glaive.
Wait, does this require a reaction? Because he can't take reactions.
His turn already went.
He can't take reactions until the beginning of Naboo's next turn
Okay, never mind.
because of Shocking Grasp.
That's I typed it in chat, but I don't think you answered.
Oh, sorry, I didn't see it. Okay, because yeah, he could probably drop me in a single hit with my shield gone.
Okay.
I'm going to use the spell that worked so well on Thalion at one point when I tested it out as it was brand new, since I believe he's a humanoid. I am going to clench my fist and try to seize him up so that he can no longer move.
Okay. You hold it at your hand and you grab. And the spell has no effect on whatever this is.
Oh.
Okay,
As
so
it is not a humanoid.
and that would be impossible to determine with the 20 intelligence, you think?
I mean, it's wearing full plate armor. And it was moving somewhat
Mechanically.
not mechanically, but like fluidly, like it was like a knight would. But after casting that spell, you definitely know that, okay, well, this is something different.
Yeah, since at least even the changeling you were able to hold person on it.
Well, a changeling's a humanoid. Okay, well...
Yeah, humanoid.
That ends my turn.
It is Naboo's turn.
That's it.
Okay. Okay, sticking with the same one. Thalion, you have an attack coming at you. Missing with a 14. Second attack, 24. 16 points of slashing damage.
I definitely yell out, ouch.
Valeria. It's actually going to move here.
I'm move forward and use my new mace, Ariana's Rose. Hit it when it.
Oh, fuck.
That definitely hits. Are you going to expend a charge?
Sure, I'm gonna spend a charge. Add to that again, like a D8 or something like that.
It'll be 2d8.
I'll roll for 2d8 then.
So as you smack into the torso, almost bending the armor back, you actually see now as the torso itself, you haven't noticed it, but it almost looks like it's smooth glass and it begins to crack along the outer edges as the thorns from the mace shoot out from the chest, doing additional damage.
Wow. How? And then I guess I'm gonna expend a healing word at Thalion because he looked like he got hit pretty bad.
Okay. Here, let me move him to the back.
There you go. And then I stay my ground.
Thank you, Valeria.
Problem. Just have my back.
Lovecraft.
I extend my hand out to it, and I say, God Natsu Daniga. And I cast Blessing of the Black City upon him. The target has disadvantage on saving
For 1 round.
spells
Okay.
end of my next turn.
Okay.
But it only gets my spells, though.
Okay. The last remaining. So 21 against you, Thalion. Take 3 points of lightning damage. Leomorn.
Okay. So I'm just double checking things here. Okay, I am going to try to cast Ray of Frost so I can keep it slowed, but I am going to burn a sorcery point and use Empowered Spell.
Okay.
Okay, don't know how it's going to work on here.
Empowered spell just increases the damage, correct?
I believe so. I can re-roll a number of damage dice up to your charisma modifier.
Oh, so you're going to cast it, and then if you hit, you're going to try to reroll on like that.
Yes.
Okay, let's do it. 9, however, misses.
Ah! Damn. I need to work on my aim on this thing.
Top of round 3. Drummond is going to sprout his wings. $25. Can miss him with an 8. Bonus action disengage. 30, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. Hovering 15 feet above the ground. Elise.
I'm going to Vicious Mockery the thing. Or at least attempt to. I don't. Oh, if it fails.
Okay. It does.
Alright, it takes 2 points to suck kicked down.
And it has disadvantage on saving throws and disadvantage on its next attack.
But yep.
Is that the end of your turn?
Yep. She's gonna keep her distance from that thing.
Valiant.
Okay, let's try this again. Let's attempt something. Gonna be typical on this move. That beyond damage dice with the weapon attacks. Can I use them with my bonus action swing as well?
No. That would be your action to attack. Because most of them, when you use it, even with multi-attack, you only get to use that one attack. It takes up both of your attacks. It's kind of the payoff for if you want to stun something, it'll take your entire round, like if you have a mace or a maul or something.
That probably hit.
25 definitely hits. Finding Purchase, you dent the armor very well, and the 14 gets rebuffed as it quickly spins with its shield again. You're starting to see liquid coming out from the shoulders, this dark black ichor, and what almost looks like steam rising from the shoulders.
Ugh, it's getting all over the place.
Garshadow. .21 hits. Starting to look like it's taking some real damage now. Zirak.
Alright, so fixing my gaze upon it, I'm going to go ahead and for the first time draw upon the magic that I learned from the elf. I think she was an elf or a half-elf spellcaster who told me her scrolls, her own personal magic. And I am going to make my cat-like eyes squint into a serpent's gaze as I stare it down.
Okay.
So, its speed is 0 until the start of its next turn, but at the start of its next turn, it needs to make a charisma save or its speed remains 0.
Okay, so do I need to make a save right now?
No, your speed is automatically 0 until the start of your next turn. According to the way this spell, there's no save
I like
until
it.
the start of your next turn. So I stare it down, and it freezes in its spot. And as long as I maintain concentration, it has to make a charisma save at the start of its turns in order to move.
Lovecraft, you look over and you see Zirak sort of doing this side-to-side swaying motion, looking at the creature or in front of you. And then you look forward and it seems the creature has sort of met Zirak's gaze. And now the creature's starting to follow his side-to-side movement.
I kind of like,
Naboo.
you know, do that nod of approval.
Naboo is going to move to there and take the dodge action.
Okay. Valyria, you got its attention.
Okay, I'm ready.
Valiant, you're watching the halberd or the glaive in its hand begin to move, and you watch as the blade itself begins to take on what almost looks like a cobra head as it
Oh god.
lashes down to strike at Valyria. missing with an 8.
Woohoo!
Crit failed. You crit failed.
And it's going to follow up with a 12, missing again. However, the next attack on this creature has advantage. Valeria.
Go for it, Valeria,
Mace
with
again.
advantage.
Here comes the second crit.
Good.
I'm gonna try.
Ugh.
Boom!
Woohoo!
I think
That's how it's done.
I think you have one more charge on your mace,
I'll use that.
You can roll the 2d8 along
Okay.
with this.
Hey, she critted, so that would be 4d8, wouldn't it? Crits
No.
double all damage dice.
One charge is a d8, which is why I said she could roll the 2d8 with it.
Oh, I got
Okay,
it.
okay.
I got like the exact thing. Yeah.
So 14 plus 16, 23.
16. Isn't it 14 plus 9? Yeah, it's
Yeah.
22.
Yeah.
That hurt, and now you can actually see the well-polished glass that's mixed in with the well-polished steel crack even more in the front of this creature, Valeria. Like it is
Okay.
starting to spiderweb. This is somewhat an unnatural feature in armor.
Oh. Okay. And then I send my spiritual weapon at it again, see if it'll
Okay.
hit.
This is at normal.
Yep.
7, however, misses. Boy, oh boy. Professor Lovecraft.
Since I'm gonna again ring my bell, and he has disadvantage on my spells due to
Rolls a
He's gonna
3,
take-
so he's going to take
7.
7 to cross. This creature's starting to look bad. You're watching as pieces of the plate mail and like the small ornamental pieces that were on are starting to fall off and clanger to the ground as more of this viscous, black, sort of thick-smelling liquid is sort of oozing out over the contraption as gusts of it seem to be steam shooting off at different areas where places have cracked.
Since there's light and we can see this, does this look like oil that's coming out of it?
That's a 22 against Scar Shadow. He takes 3 points of electric damage or lightning. I mean, it's thick black liquid, so you could assume it might be oil, since Xerac might have told you guys that this isn't a human or something. So
I'll go ahead and do that role play. Thanks, Mark. I would think that Xerac would say the creature is not humanoid. It's made of something else.
It's definitely no undead. Not with this stuff inside.
Perhaps it is primordial in nature.
Leomord.
Let's see. I'm pretty sure if
Or
I
another
ran,
elemental.
I'm pretty sure if I ran up to it, it's probably gonna try to smack me if I get close, won't it?
I mean, you can always
Yeah, as
dance
soon
it.
as you move within 5 feet, it has its reactions back. So
Ah, damn.
you should though, so the monkey could get closer.
Yeah, but I don't want that thing to make a monkey out of me.
Are you sure?
I am highly positive, thank you very much.
Sure you don't want to be a ragdoll thrown across the room?
What do you got, Leomorn?
Okay, I am going to extinguish a... Let's see, if I remember right, I am going to extinguish another sorcery point from myself to give myself a level 1 spell slot, and then I'll burn the slot to do another Witch Bolt.
Okay. Son of a gun. 7 misses as the electricity gets absorbed by the plate armor. Not doing it.
Will somebody please remove that damn shovel of a shield? I can't get past it!
Top of round 4, Droman is going to fly 60 feet. He's going to attack. That's not Droman's sheet. This is Droman's sheet. Hitting with a 24. Doing 11 points of piercing plus a sneak attack. Additional 1. Cunning action disengage. For a total of 12. Elise.
She is going to mock it again, since it seems to be kind of doing something. Or 3 if it fails.
Does fail.
It does. There's 3 psychic damage and it's at disadvantage again.
Italian. Okay, 7 misses. 25 hits. That's a max damage hit with the blunt end of your polearm, so it punctures the armor, knocking his AC down 1. 15 misses. Zirak.
Alright, Zarak is going to stay here and ready in action to cast Shocking Hand or Shocking Grasp through Naboo when Naboo is adjacent.
Okay. Naboo.
So Naboo moves forward 10 feet.
With advantage?
And has advantage, and if it doesn't hit, then I'm screwed.
Here comes the crit. Monkey crit. Oh, 18. Oh, 18 just missed!
Are you sure? Because his AC's down.
It went down by 1, so it's at 19.
Oh, shit.
Oh.
So fucking close.
I'm gonna hope that he doesn't attack the monkey. I don't know.
I was really hoping you were gonna light this thing on fire.
I wanted to, but you know what? Actually, Naboo. Wait, sorry, I'm not holding down the button. Naboo is going to move underneath Valeria because Naboo is a tiny creature and can occupy the same space as a creature 2 sizes bigger than it. So I am Valeria. You have a monkey at your feet.
I'll keep him safe.
Okay.
He's basically like crawling up your leg, holding on for dear life, and then he's gonna jump off and try to grab it again.
The claws and fangs grow back on. First attack is a Thalion, canceling out.
Wait, Mark, it has to make a charisma save at the beginning of its turn.
Oh, that's right, for the movement.
Yeah.
This thing is so charismatic, you have no idea.
That's a
Rolled a 9 with a minus 4.
Oh, wow. Okay,
He has a minus 4.
I think you literally have to crit in order to succeed that save then.
Yes, he's terrible. He's not the most... He's not what you would call a handsome guy.
So Zarak is still just kind of swaying and staring it down.
I would think not.
Okay.
He has the
Alright,
face forward.
This first
He has
attack
the
is a
face of a
Thalion.
hamster's
Mortal.
behind.
Disadvantage.
It is at regular because your -1 or your crit fail cancels out the disadvantage. 19. Taking 8 points of slashing damage, and he's gonna turn around and do a following chopping strike at Valeria's shoulder. As she keeps
Okay.
messing him up with a 15, as you get your shield in the way this
This is.
time.
Ha!
Valyria.
Okay, and then I go back with my mace.
You guys have really handicapped him with your speed buffs, because my main thing was running around and goring everybody.
You only got to do that once, and you only did 3 damage to me.
I don't know. That would have been so much fun.
That misses.
The 18 just misses.
Okay,
Does
and
helmet
then
look like a bull?
It has
Action.
huge horns coming out the side, like yak horn sized, but it's made of metal.
spiritual weapon.
Okay.
Nope, that
9
misses.
misses.
Okay.
Lovecraft, finish this thing off.
I will try. I'm gonna Eldritch Blast him.
Okay. This is 2
Oh.
rays, right? 2 rays? Or is it still just 1?
It's just 1. I don't have 2 rays.
Okay. That must be at level 5. Oh, son of a bitch with these 8s. I'm gonna be haunted by 8s. Okay. Did you stay there?
Yeah, I'm staying back.
Okay. $13 against Garshadow.
Misses.
Okay, so he gets out of the way, and you watch as the lightning lands on the metal, sort of grated floor, and just scatters about uselessly. Leomon, please kill this guy.
I'm trying, damn it, I'm trying!
And sometimes you have to get into the fight of the fray. I'll
Well,
protect you.
Okay. I am going to, again, burn another point, and then burn the spell slot for, hopefully, the hitting Witch Bolt.
A 16 misses.
Ah!
This is so brutal. I'm so sorry, Zach.
It's expected. It's expected. Just telling me I hit close.
He barely gets his shield up, but he manages to block it at the last second. Top of round 5. Drummond is going to scoot on by. Rapier attack, hitting with a 22, doing an initial 8 plus sneak attack for a fucking 1. 9 total. Bonus action disengages as he does his flyby.
Almost there, guys. Almost there.
This thing sounds like a jalopy of a car. Things are banging in and out of it. It's starting to not look great and beginning to really fall apart at the seams. Elise. Marcy?
oh right. Sorry. Yeah. Was just gonna be like, oh come on, somebody kill that thing. she's gonna mock it again. For 2 if it fails.
It definitely fails. It epically fails for...
It fails and it's at disadvantage again. Yeah, it's crying, it's weeping in its armor.
It's crying
Oh,
oil.
my little wee wings.
That thing's not even a...
an infernal.
The Guardian is questioning its own existence as we speak.
Even though it probably doesn't
Now it-
understand infernal, but it's probably like, whatever that was makes me feel depressed.
He passes the butter.
13 misses. 16 misses. It is Garshadow's turn.
Yay!
19 hits. Doing 7. It is begging to be put out of its misery. Zero.
Finish him.
Zirak sends some lightning to Naboo, who jumps off of Valeria's leg and tries to grab onto the Guardian, because I think a tiny little monkey in a coat and hat should really get this kill. He has advantage. He's going to do shocking grasp.
And how does he have advantage?
27 hits because he's made of metal.
Oh, okay. How much damage does he do?
Sorry, I was trying to post the spell card for Chris so he could read it, but yeah, if you attack a thing that's wearing metal, you have it.
5 or more. Oh,
exactly 5!
Yes!
So you're watching now as Naboo grabs it and then jumps back, and this creature is starting to do like the Michael Jackson Thriller dance, and it's like pop locking and sort of spewing oil and steam everywhere as it begins to sort of move about and falls down into a heap as a large cloud of steam explodes from it, and a creature lands on the ground opposite away from Drummond.
Oh.
What in blazes?
It is a dark shape wearing a cloak. It's very lithe, slim. As it stands, the cloak falls off, and you see what looks like rough skin, hair almost like leaves, falling from its face. As the creature turns
She's hot.
Mark?
to regard all of you.
Wait, as the creature turns, can Naboo fling poo at it?
Sure.
Not on my shoulder.
Naboo is sitting on Valeria's shoulder and like puts his hand underneath this butt and just kind of squeezes one out and then flings it at the creature that fell out of the armor.
Okay, the poo hits it, and the creature, in retaliation, is going to cast Eldritch Blast at Naboo.
Oh shit! I thought it was unconscious or something.
No, the machine's
it jumped out. It jumped out. It landed, and it stood up, and it's turning around. What immediately strikes you, Zirak, is this looks like a dryad.
Oh, well then Naboo wouldn't fling poo at a dryad.
So you can move with the light in there. Can you see the picture?
I can. Can I instead fling poo at the robot?
Yeah, that's.
I just wanted to fling poo. I don't want to commit suicide. You gave me the power, Mark. Don't kill me now.
When the DM says,
He's
"Sure,
like,
go
I just
right
got my
ahead,"
freaking familiar back.
that's when.
I want it dead again.
And then, after I fling poo at the little robot, I hold my little hand up to Valeria, like, could you please wipe it off?
Oh.
And then I jump off and scurry over to Zirak.
Hold on, give me 1 second. This thing didn't load.
What time is it? It's 10:15 on your guys' time, right?
Yes.
Damn it! It's not going to load in time. Just hang on with me really quick. Because this is like the perfect place to leave this at. But I just need this to load.
It's 1:15 here.
So the creature that looks like this plant creature, the dryad, stands and just... Come on and play. Don't fuck me over.
I heard a laugh.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yep.
It's her.
What is so funny?
And she is just
Wow.
laughing up a storm.
can see her laughing, I just can't hear it, right?
Oh, I can hear it. Oh, you can't hear it. Your character.
I can't. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And she
Okay,
looks
for
at
a
you
second
guys
I thought I was
with
going
this,
crazy. Yeah, I can
with
hear
this
her
smile
laughing.
of mirth
Like,
as she looks at each and every one of you, and she just says, "It's already too late. They're already burning."
Who?
And that's where we're going to leave off today.
Oh.
Oh, I'm kind of glad we went here.
And she just continues to laugh.
Ooh, I'm gonna have a lot of questions for this dryad betrayer.
If we're able to see.
Zirak, with your 20 intelligence, you recognize her.
Like I don't recognize her, like because I've seen her naked. Do I?
You recognize her because her name is Dindora, and she is a member of the Grove in which you grew up.
She's like my girlfriend's sister, because they're all related.
I mean, things are. We'll just say that as this is progressing, and she's laughing, and you hear what she says, and then now you're sort of looking at her, and you're beginning to piece it together that dryads can't be more than a mile away from their tree. She is a long ways away from the grove near Saradane.
Interesting. I'm glad we came this way too. I can't wait to solve this mystery. She is creepy.
It's hot.
Someone knock her out.
Right on. I'm glad we got to this point. We got 2 big combats in. I was pretty happy about that. Things moved pretty swiftly.
Plenty of 8s to go around.
And there's still a giant door in front of you guys. So, right on. Thank you guys. We'll pick
All
up
right. Well,
this
good night, everybody.
weird little twist and turn next Tuesday. And yeah.
Tomb of Annihilation this Friday. My players, you guys are clearing out a Dwarven Forge.
We start at 8:30, right?
30 your time, yes.
Okay, cool. I should be back from dropping off Dylan by then.
And then I'll try to figure out the music to make sure. I don't know why some songs were loading and some weren't. I really wish Fanburst would have just stayed. But right on, everybody. Thank you. Have a good night. I'll see some of you Saturday.
Oh, no, you don't.
good night.
Okay. Thanks for joining us. Kill you next time. Does that work?
That works.
That's pretty close. I was butt puckered up a little bit there when nobody wanted to pull Valyria out of there and everybody just kept retreating.
God.
Do you really have a list of what would Chris do?
Yes, I need contingency plans for you.
I'm pretty sure we all kind of brace ourselves for oh God, is he gonna pull a Chris Muttman?